Okay. Hello.
Hello.
We're live. How's everybody doing? I'm
Where's
at.
Tyler?
Well, you guys are dead, man. I asked you guys how's everybody doing, and you guys didn't say anything.
I thought you were talking to chat.
I'm talking to everybody. I'm over here sitting, waiting for a response, and no one's saying anything.
No response. Don't say a goddamn thing. Don't
I'm
say
like, no,
anything.
I'm like these. All right. Well, I'm gonna share the. I'm gonna let everybody know we're live. It's a shame because Rocky was gonna come on yesterday, and I told him we were gonna do this, and yeah.
It
Okay.
happens. That's
Yeah.
all it
If you
is.
guys are watching this on YouTube land, hello, because I am gonna put the VOD on YouTube. So
All right.
yeah.
I'm sure you can double stream.
I have to pay for Streamlabs Premium, and I don't have the money right now for that.
No money.
Yep. Oops, excuse me, man. How rude am I over here burping into my microphone? How
Oh, you disgusting bastard.
I know Tyler, how's the audio? Is the audio good? Like we're not talking over each other, right?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, my audio levels, it's a bit low on who? On everybody or my participants? In general? Okay. How about now? Is that better? Guys, speak.
Hello. How's it going? How's everybody doing
Wow,
today?
what a start to a great podcast, huh? Spectre, say something.
No.
Spectre, you're super loud, man. What about now, Tyler? And I'm sorry if you guys are on YouTube land, you can just skip all the technical stuff. There's my first stream on Twitch. So audio levels obviously are different when using Streamlabs. Now sounds good.
Right.
All right,
You know
people.
what? Pop out chat.
Yeah.
Man, we
All
need Rock.
right. So
Like Rocky comes in here and raids us, raids
now,
everyone.
well, I don't think he's streaming right now.
Damn.
Yeah,
If
we're the
only.
most. We're the professionals. The professional
Yeah,
idiots.
Alrighty. Yeah, truly professional podcast where Joe Rogan is like right now sweating out how awesome this podcast is.
Right.
You know, one day we're gonna get like Matthew McConaughey over here, and he's gonna be like the fourth screen. He's gonna be like, all right, all right, all right.
Or we're gonna get Jack Black up in here.
Who?
Jack Black.
Oh, Jack Black. Fuck yeah, Jamblinski Games. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get Jamblinski Games in here. Okay. Yo, somebody's microphone. You know, I can hear someone's like,
Drebin.
yeah,
That
there we
was
go.
me. Sorry. Sorry. That was my bad.
Well, at least I know
Trying to
at
get
least I know I sound loud and good because I sounded very crisp. Anyways, so I'm still trying to get most people in here, so give me 1 second. Eventually, I'm gonna get a little bit more professional.
Oh yeah, let me get that. Let me get that link. I'll put it on my Twitter.
It sounds like Tyler's mic for a second there.
Yeah, put it on your Discord too.
I wonder how bad my camera would look if I turned it on right now.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna bring up the list that I had about the upcoming game schedule, and we're gonna start talking about our favorite game or the games that we're looking forward to, the games that we're really horny for in 2023.
That's right.
That's what you know, if YouTube wasn't so soft, that's exactly what I would have named the podcast. Like, and same thing with Twitch, but I'm pretty sure they block, you know, words like that because they're just gonna be like, oh, you know, that's like sexual content in there, even though it's just three dudes talking about video games.
Hmm.
All right. All right, so we haven't had any major releases yet in this year. But according to this list that I have provided by GameSpot, who's here into One Piece? Because One Piece Odyssey is the first game on the list that's coming out on the 13th of this month, which is in 3 days.
One Piece is okay. I mean, like, the only problem with One Piece is that I don't have time to watch the anime. It's just over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
But I do remember the old games. The old games were cool. I am looking forward to that. That looks pretty cool.
I watched some One Piece. My roommate is like really into it, and plus the first time I did the podcast with my friend Carlito, the first episode, I wish he would come back because he's a pretty cool dude. I went to middle school and shit like that with him, but anyways, but yeah, it's just not an anime I follow. I watched some of it, but it, like you said, it's just too long. And but yeah, and then plus Odyssey is a JRPG. I haven't gotten into One Piece due to but yeah, I think I forgot the exact number, but it is over 1,000 episodes at this point. But yeah, it's a JRPG, and I'm not really that into JRPGs. There's some JRPG games that I like, but I'm not really into it. I tried playing Dragon Quest XI like a year or two ago, and I mean, I like the story and I like the Akira Toriyama. If you guys don't know who that is, that's the guy who created Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. You know, the character design has always been Akira Toriyama in every single Dragon Quest game. So that's why if you guys ever see like anything Dragon Quest related, that's why they always look like Super Saiyan characters, even though they're not. But yeah, I tried it and the gameplay was just too slow.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, the story was pretty cool, but I don't know. I played it for 30 hours, and then after 30 hours, I decided that the game wasn't for me, and then I just stopped.
Just casual
that's-
30 hours, huh?
Yeah.
That's relatable.
I mean, I gave the game a chance. I get it 30 hours, dude. That's a day and like a little bit.
That's true.
Alrighty.
Damn.
I never heard of this game. Space for the Unbound. Or Colossal Cave. Any of those ring a bell to anyone?
No, not at all.
Nice.
No.
I'm looking forward. Like, I will say this. Like, I think January to February. Like in the range of a couple months. I think Atomic Heart's coming out soon.
Hey, your microphone, like, you sound like you're far away or something.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, you sound super muffled.
Hello.
There you go. That's better.
Okay, yeah, because I was a little bit far away.
Yeah, it just sounded really muffled, you know, and I mean, I can understand. The reason why I said it, because I don't know if Tyler or anybody else in who's lingering around right now is just mostly Tyler. I mean, it's a podcast. Most people probably would just sit here and listen and not participate.
Yeah.
Because when I watch podcasts, that's usually what I do. There's a podcast that I don't know if you guys are familiar with Spawn Wave.
No, but I know I do the same
I
thing.
know him.
You know, yeah.
I do the same thing. I'm just a lurker as well.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm just listening, or sometimes I just catch the VOD because they normally stream when I'm working, so it's like I can't listen to them when I'm working. So
I do the same thing.
I forgot to share.
Recording.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Live now. But anyways, so the next title will be, so we don't know what Space for the Unbound or Colossal Cave is. Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable. That was another JRPGs. I always wanted to play Persona 5 just because the music is pretty hype. Because I've listened, to some of the music for Persona 5, and the music is pretty hype, and the style of it always looked pretty cool. I haven't played it yet, but I've always wanted to play Persona 5. Anybody here play Persona 5?
No, but I've watched people play it.
Yeah, and then plus it's like kind of like a dating sim plus like high school life simulator in Japan. So that, that's pretty cool. And and there's like different endings and shit. I know. I mean, it's your typical JRPG. All right. Give me one
second. Send me the list that you're looking at because I want to take a look at it.
All right, I'll post it on the Discord in a second. I'm just posting I forgot to share the stuff on my YouTube community posting, so I'm doing that now. All right. So while I'm doing this, you guys probably don't have a Switch, right? Because the next game is Fire Emblem Engage, and I'm not familiar with the franchise. I've never played any Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, I've never played any Nintendo games
Neither have I.
Yeah,
other than PD.
gotcha. All right, let me share the list with you guys on the Discord that I'm looking at. There you go. All right, so the next one will be. You want to switch? You want to get a Switch at some point? You know, the Switch is cool and all. My problem with the Switch is that it's basically it's tablet hardware that came out in 2017, and
Yeah,
you know, and it's already showing its age at
that's
this point.
true.
You know, because I got mine's. You know, I got mine's around 2018, 2019 when it was hot. Even though I wasn't playing video games, it was just a novelty item at that point. And you know, the first game I had was Mario Odyssey, and and I was just playing it on and off, so I wasn't really a gamer. You know, it was basically like just something I would play like every other week if I had the time or so. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, and then basically it wasn't until like obviously COVID happened. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say that on YouTube and Twitch after what, like 3 years since it happened.
Damn, has it really been that long?
Looking at
It
this
happened in
list,
2020. We're in 2023. So yeah, it's been 3
Damn,
years. It's insane how fast time flies.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is
I,
crazy.
I'm looking
It
at
feels
this.
like a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking at this list, and out of January, I'd say One Piece and the Dead Space, I assume, remake.
Yeah, Forspoken, you know,
I don't know what that is. I don't know what Warlander is. I don't know
well
what Oddballers is.
I don't know what Warlander or Oddballers is, but Forspoken, I've seen some of it and it looks like a pretty cool hack and slash like type of RPG by Square Enix. It just, I mean, I just looked at it and it looks all right. I'm just waiting to see what people say about it, and it's not like I'm gonna pick it up, but maybe if it's on a sale, maybe. But
Right.
it's not like something I'm gonna basically just buy day one and be like, oh shit, man, you know, this is super anticipated and I need to play this right now. Um,
To be honest, I'd probably get a Steam Deck before I get a Switch.
gotcha.
Hmm. I'd probably get a VR headset before I get any of those.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
Yeah, I
the
would get.
plan,
Uh huh.
the plan. Once I get my SSI, get
Yeah.
a new PC, like a modern 30 series rig or a modern AMD rig. Get that sim pit I posted here in the chat on Discord. Um, and then get it, which will be with the flight stick, and then probably try and get a VR headset if I have any money. And that's if I get that much money, if I'm able to get all that. I don't know what the whole situation on that is, but I'm just hoping. Anyways,
Gotcha.
yeah.
But other than that, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Yeah. Pretty much. Like I said, I don't know what to think of it. The gameplay looks cool, but I don't know. Like it's been a very controversial game for Square Enix because people just say it looks like shit, but I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, people are just have
So
like
it's like their Pokemon Scarlet and Violet essentially.
no, it's not anything like that. It's like you're a chick who gets isekai'd, and if you don't know what isekai'd means, it's
No, I know it. I'm
no,
just
no.
saying
I'm
it's
talking.
like.
I'm talking to the audience right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
And plus, it's gonna go on YouTube, so whoever's watching, what isekai'd is or isekaikai, it's a Japanese anime basically genre where people get transported to a different world, and then they live out their lives. You know, it mostly it's like, you know, the character like lives, you know, a modern Japanese life, and then basically like either he dies or something happens, and then, you know, next thing you know, it's like, hey man, you're reborn in this fantasy world, and then also
You
like,
mean Isekai? That's what that is?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what isekaikai is. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, Tyler's right. Usually after getting hit by a truck. That's why there's like animes with like
That's
Truck
so
Coon.
true.
Yeah, like Truck Coon and stuff, like trying to run you over and then basically like, but yeah. Anyways, it's fun fact, Isekai anime is actually banned in Russia because it depicts seeking a better life. Yeah, that's exactly true. And then people were actually look it up, and then people actually were for a little while people were actually committing suicide because, you know, like, hey man, you know,
Oh,
yeah, you know, it sucks to live here, so, you know, I'd rather just jump in front of a truck and hopefully I get reborn into like an elf or some shit.
oh,
Wow, damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I'll be careful. Twitch might get us for that word.
Get us. Yeah, I'm gonna have Jeff Bezos over here and ram his cock down my throat so he can shut me up. But anyways, because he, it is his company or was his company. I don't know, bro. He stepped down as CEO, but I know he still gets money from basically delivery packaging. But either way, so the big one, Dead Space remake. We cited.
I'm excited
Yes.
for
Yeah. All right.
It's almost here. It's almost here.
Yeah.
Like 6 days. 6 days.
6 days, dude. It's the 27th. That's
Oh,
17
never mind.
days. Dumbass.
Damn.
Damn, dude. Your math sucks.
I thought it was going out the 16th.
No, it's coming out the 7th.
that.
Sorry, the
I thought you wore
27th.
glasses. I thought you wear
Damn,
glasses.
dude. I
so
sent you the
were
list.
smart.
I sent you the list, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, we all wear glasses. What do you mean?
Yeah. Don't you know it's like an RPG? Glasses added extra 50 plus IQ. Everybody knows that. Adds 50 points to your IQ. Damn, your shit must be defective. Must be like negative 50, bro.
Damn. You're probably right.
I'm always right. I'm a walking encyclopedia, bro. But anyways, no, I'm not. Season A Letter to the Future
I don't know what that is, and I don't know what the
with Superfuse. But yeah,
Tyler
okay.
over here.
The calculations were perfect, but man, are you bad at math? I mean, I'm not like the most math person. Why is my camera doing that? Come on. Why is it like, can you bring me down, please? Oh, my camera's acting wonky. Oh, whatever. Now I'm like super elevated for whatever fucking reason. Yeah.
Does your camera actually move?
No, not the camera. It's a filter that on NVIDIA broadcast that basically it's just a setting where it auto frames me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anytime I move it the software basically puts me in the center of the screen always.
Hey, you can slide to the left and right.
Yeah, I was doing that at one point. In one podcast. But anyways, so let's talk about Dead Space remake a little bit more. I don't want to skip over it because it is something we're all anticipating. Plus, it's going to be played on the channel. So, as most of you guys know, I did play the entire freaking franchise on the channel, including the mobile games and the Wii spinoff. And actually, the best game in the franchise, which actually was Ignition, I played that too. That was my favorite game.
Yeah, that was my favorite too.
It was so good, bro. It was the mini games were compelling. They were all designed perfectly. The cutscenes they had a little bit of animation. Just a little bit. But
it had gameplay.
Yeah, and it had a narrative, and the narrative was very integral to. If you didn't play Ignition, you're missing a bit.
Hey, Tyler, don't talk shit about.
Yeah,
Ignition,
what the hell are you
man.
talking about, dude? Man, I'm gonna take off the mod status because that game was so good. If you watch my stream, dude, you can see how much fun I was having.
Yeah, we're gonna ban you, Tyler.
Yeah, it was so good,
what
bro.
the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Okay. Jokes aside, we're all being sarcastic. That game fucking sucked. But yeah, that game was terrible.
Yes, it was god awful. Holy shit.
The thing that pissed me off is that should have been Dead Space Mobile, and
It was like a Telltale game for Dead Space.
that should have
Choices don't matter.
That should have been the mobile game. And then, and then Dead Space Mobile should have been like the freaking like Xbox Live arcade,
Or PSP title.
or PSP title, I mean, what they could have done is that they could have put Dead Space Mobile on the PSP and imported it over to like Xbox 360 and PS3 and then charge like $10 or something or $5.
No, yeah, $5. It was $5 on the actual store.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, but then, EA would justify, selling it for $10 on 360 and PS3 at the time because they'll be like, well, not only, this game is like, it's now is optimized for controller and it's like it's running on freaking 720 30 FPS on a TV instead of on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have justified it somehow and people would have been like, okay, I'll pay the $10. And then the game's 4 hours long and then the game would have been like, IGN would have given it a 6 out of like 10 and be like, for the 4-hour experience, the $10 does not justify the price. 6 out of 10. I'm sorry. I seen a lot of IGN like reviews, so I'm trying to make how like they usually sound. But anyways, So in Dead Space Mobile, Dead Space Remake, um, so pretty much I'm excited at the fact that not only is it gonna look better, but they're doing a lot of interesting things with the gameplay. Um, now they're getting like I saw some of the in the demos where it's like there are parts where basically like you get to choose there's power stations where it's like you only have enough power to basically like power one type of system, and it's like, do you want to like turn off the lights and keep the oxygen on? But now it's gonna be like super creepy because now necromorphs are gonna basically jump out at you in the dark, and you're gonna have to have a stupid little helmet flashlight where that's your only light source. Or do you want to basically keep the lights on but turn off the oxygen supply? And 7 out of 10. 7.8 out of 10. Too much water. Yeah, I hope there's no water in Dead Space. If there's water in Dead Space, I'm gonna be mad. Just saying.
Yeah, dude. I don't like
I'll
H2O
probably
either.
I'll probably just stop. I'll probably just stop the playthrough right there.
Yeah. What? H2O in my stream? Get
Like
the hell
like
out
I'll
of here.
record 3 1 hour episodes, part 1, 2, and 3, and then part 4 will be only 10 minutes long because I'll start playing the game, and the minute I see H2O in the game anywhere, I'll post the let's play, and I'll be like, you know what guys, I said they fucked it up, bad game, and then the video would just end right there, and that's it. That'll be the end. That'll be the end of the fucking let's play. Yep. And then I'll be like, even though I haven't played the Callisto Protocol, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a good game, and a lot of people are like, man, that game just sucked, bro. But
Yeah, this is what Dead Space 3 should have been.
I think the problem with that game, I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna play it soon. I'm gonna end Wolfenstein first, so I can only have the 4 game slot. It might be. I'm gonna try to finish the Callisto Protocol as fast as possible within like maybe the next week and a half, hopefully, because I know it's not that long of a game. I'm gonna try to finish it as quick as possible. So like that. And I heard it's very linear, and it's like, you just basically go down a straight path most of the time. So that's good. It's not like as much as I'm liking Resident Evil 2. It's just that it's a very long series to get through because if anybody's been watching my Resident Evil streams, you guys know that those games are designed for you to walk back and forth all the fucking time. Pick up an item, be like, oh, I know where to put this item in.
Right.
No, can you got your mods, do your job. Get rid of that guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, he's trying to sell me something.
Yeah, let me.
No,
yeah,
thanks, man. I don't. I don't agree with your Lord and Savior. Doghype.com. No thanks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I could have done it myself. I'm just too lazy. It's what I pay. It's what I pay you guys for. I don't pay them. They're my
You
slaves.
get paid?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I got paid.
Yeah, me too. I wish I got paid as well. I'm doing all this for free. But anyways, I'm doing this just to get my name out there. Then that's when I start monetizing. That's when I start locking content and be like, join my Patreon if you want to see my next, if you want to see my next Half-Life video, when I'm playing mod 347, because that's all you guys want to watch is Half-Life. No, I'm just kidding. I like Half-Life, but I wish people would diversify a little bit more with games. I know Half-Life is pretty awesome, and I love Half-Life. It's like if I was playing Halo, even though the reason why I haven't done Halo yet is because I played the damn games already, man.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
I have the MCC installed right now, but it's mainly because I want to go back and play the multiplayer.
What do you call this thing?
Yeah,
Oh, hey, I'll be down for some MMC, MC, whatever the acronym is. Some Master Chief Collection, MCC.
Yeah.
I'll be down for some MP.
Yeah, because what's it called? I only have my Game Pass up until February 26th? Because apparently I didn't actually have the extra 15 for the third month. So I turned off recurring billing.
I mean, are you just having the PC or are you having Ultimate?
No, it was the code you gave.
Oh yeah, so it'll be Ultimate. So you had the $15 thing. So like that, you have access to both the Xbox side and the PC side of things. Because not all they both have exclusive games that the other platform doesn't have.
For example, Sniper Elite 5, it's on both, but the PC one on Game Pass absolutely doesn't fucking work, and all the fixes don't actually do a goddamn thing.
It
So I have
work.
to run it on.
It works for me. Maybe it's just the fact that your specs don't line up with mine.
It's funny because like I looked at the recommended specs and I'm on the recommended. Like
Oh,
I have a lot of games like because I have a 1070 and it's recommended as a
yeah, because
1070.
I'm rocking a 36. I was playing it with Spectre for a little bit, and we stopped playing it because they decreased the what do you call this thing, the frame rate, because on the Series S it was running at a 60 FPS, but it was variable. It would jump up and down depending on what's on the screen. And it didn't
Right.
update, and they basically just locked it at 30, which is a stable 30. But, for a game
Right.
like that, if you're playing it on like something that runs like from 60 to maybe drops down to 52
What,
FPS.
Sniper Elite 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of got pissed that they reduced it to 30 FPS. I didn't want to play it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. It's one of those games that if it's not running at 60, then you just don't want to fucking play it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just so hard.
I
Yeah.
have to get it on Steam because, like I said, the Game Pass version wasn't working.
Hey, Luke is
Hey,
here.
Luke.
Nice. Welcome to the
Saw,
stream,
dude.
buddy.
Saw, dude.
Yeah, but we're getting sidetracked here. So basically with Dead Space Remake, besides all the gameplay changes, the cool thing is that now the Ishimura is gonna be a seamless experience, because in the original game, you will walk around a little section of that chapter, and then when you ended the chapter, you will always go to the tram, and then
Right.
and the tram will basically it will load the next section, which it will be pretty cool because it will just zoom in. It will tell you the chapter name, and it zooms out, because that's when the game was loading, and of course it will save and stuff for you, or ask you if you wanted to save, and then it will
So
zoom
now
out.
it'll-
Yeah, for now, basically, you don't have to go through that shit. Now, basically, it's gonna be like one, and supposedly there's no loading screens. When you're booting up, the only loading screens you should see is when you're booting up the game, and if you die, and then like it reverts you back to
Right.
last checkpoint. But you moving down the Ishimura, apparently, like there's no loading screens. You should just be walking, just all over the freaking ship. So that I want to see how that turns out. And of course, we got Adam Sandler as freaking Isaac. I don't know if you've seen those
Yeah.
photos. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Actually,
He looks.
He looks exactly like Adam Sandler, bro. I'll send you photos later about it.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, they completely changed exactly what he looks like.
Let's move on to February.
So he looks like Adam Sandler. Look him up.
Oh, and then basically the last.
I wish they kept his face.
Yeah, the last thing is I mean, supposedly it's supposed to look like the actor, but then I look like exactly what Gunnar Wright looks like, and I'm like, he doesn't look anything like the guy they say that. Whatever. But anyways, and the last thing is that Isaac is going to be talking now, which is a very controversial move, because a lot of people who are the purists were like, oh, we should keep him silent like he was in the original game. But I always found that to be awkward. It's the same thing. I'm playing Half-Life 2, and as much as I like the game, I always found the it makes sense when you're playing games like Fallout or like or Elder Scrolls.
Is that really like what Gunnar Wright looks like?
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Adam Sandler.
Is he actually? Really?
That's funny. That's actually pretty fucking hilarious.
Dude, he turned into Adam Sandler, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he kind of looks like him, but he doesn't look like 100% like Adam Sandler. But anyways, like I said, but yeah, the whole silent protagonist trope is always freaking like I said, it makes sense when you're playing games like Fallout or Elder Scrolls, due to the fact that the reason why is because when you create those characters, those characters are created through a blank state. Like they always keep that character's past like very vague. An Elder Scrolls game, it's like, hey, you're a prisoner. You got arrested for crossing the border. And it's like, okay, that's basically it. Like there's no background to you. So you basically, and then plus there's like a lot of dialogue choices. So that's, even though you don't speak, but the game at least gives you dialogue choices where you can choose how to advance the story. Whereas like something like Half-Life, where it's like, especially Half-Life 2, because in Half-Life 1, NPCs just existed to be like, all right, Gordon, congratulations, you made it through the last section. Now, I had this dude that basically called me on the radio, and he said that when you go to that place, you're gonna be ambushed, and then you gotta basically activate the silo and have the rocket go out. Good luck, Gordon. The NPCs existed just to give you the next objective. In Half-Life 2, they're literally like sitting around and they're like, all right, Gordon, me and you basically go way back, bro. And, it's good to see you again. And it's like, they obviously you and this character have a history. Like, Gordon is an established character. He had a life before you took control of him.
Right.
He existed in the universe before you took control of whereas in like Fallout or Elder Scrolls, it seems like your character got execukied, like I was talking about, and it's like you have really like no like tie to this world, and it's like now you living this random ass character who nobody fucking knows, and it's like there you go, that makes more sense. But it's like Gordon had a childhood. Gordon went to like high school. He went to MIT and graduated MIT, so like he had a life before Black Mesa.
Yep.
But anyways. Yeah, we're getting too sidetracked, but yeah, that's the one thing that always pissed me off about the original Dead Space is that everybody's just like talking to you, especially that had spoiler alert. Sorry, I'll give you guys like 5 seconds to basically skip ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spoiler alert. Whenever basically you get to the part where Hammond is getting basically butt fucked by that that brute. Where he tears his legs off and stuff, Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just awkward the fact that, that Isaac is just standing there and it's like his friend is getting like mauled by this monster and there's like no reaction. So I'm hoping like in the new game, he's like, Hammond, no. And then whenever I start fighting the thing, he's like, you motherfucker. Because that's exactly what the player will feel like. And it's like now the emotion conveys and it makes the scene more powerful because there's more emotion to it than it's just like, because Isaac is not speaking. Yeah. All you hear is just gunfire. But anyways, February. Deliver Us Mars, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. Don't know any of those two titles.
Hogwarts Legacy I am looking forward to. Besides all the controversy online, which has no effect on me wanting to play.
Hey man, you know what, dude? You can become a wizard that commits war crimes. I'm in.
Genocide.
Yeah, and everybody has a problem with that. You're gonna be killing freaking wizard kids, and I'm like, dude, nobody goes to high school and basically be like, you know what? Don't come to school tomorrow because I'm gonna Wingardium Leviosa the fucking soda machine to the principal.
Right.
So it's all magic, and it's like it's a magic high school, so it's like. It's like whatever, dude. It's like it's all make believe. Who gives a fuck, dude?
It's all because of them liberals and shit. Freaking like all of them butthurt about. They're still butthurt about
yeah.
What's her name? Even though like it's like they shouldn't be. They just want to be mad. Either way,
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, they're still mad. So like anything that is like Harry Potter or etc. that comes out, they like review them.
Well, she's like the series' biggest enemy because she goes back and be like, "Oh yeah, Dumbledore was gay. Yeah, he sure was."
Well, I think she was trolling with that, but like
I don't know, man. But she made it a canon, and everybody got mad. Everybody got really mad.
I think she was actually trolling with that, and now like
if she came. I don't know. I just want to know if PS1 Hagrid is canon to the universe.
What's funny? What sucks?
That's all I want to know.
It's not. What's not funny, but what sucks is that he died like last year.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hagrid. I forgot what that actor's name is. But
yeah,
because I only known him for like I think that one movie. Oh no, wait, it's other. But
Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah,
there you go, Robbie Coltrane. Yeah. Rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane. Thank you. That's why I have Spectre here because he can research stuff when I'm not researching it.
I'm not using my camera. So
but yeah, here's the thing about me. Here's the thing about me and Harry Potter. I know fuck all the series. I'm not gonna pretend to be this. I only read the first 2 books and seen like the first 3 movies, and after that I was like, I bet that was cool, bro. I gave it a try. But you know what? I might actually go and do a Harry Potter marathon. Because why? Because I do want to play this game because I seen some of it and I'm like, you know what? Despise the fact that it's a Harry Potter game, it just looks like a cool RPG. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks really cool to me.
Hey, remember the Harry Potter game for the PS2?
I never
I forgot
played.
what it was
I never
called.
played. The only Harry Potter game I ever played was the one that I just made a reference to. Was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone if you're in the UK. But in America they called it the Sorcerer's Stone for some reason. Both the book, the movie, and the game. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because according to J.K. Rowling, us Americans were too fucking stupid to know what a philosopher was. So a sorcerer, since magic, wizard, sorcerer's stone, yeah, the Americans, they will get it.
Right. But it's what's it called? I read all the books when I was a kid. I saw all the movies.
Yeah. But yeah.
The girl who played fucking Hermione, she her brain got like fucked because of
let's not get into that.
No. I mean, like like how female actors, especially when they're children.
Oh yeah.
It's like a bunch of people made like a countdown to 18 bullshit like timer that fucked her up. And then,
yeah,
like,
that's disgusting. When I was a kid, Mary-Kate and Ashley were like the biggest sensation.
They did one for them too.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, there was a countdown towards when Mary-Kate and Ashley were 18. So like that'd be like, yeah, they're perfectly legal. Now it can justify whatever sick tendencies that we have. But yeah, that's fucking gross, dude. But yeah, there'll be like freaking like countdowns that basically desperate freaking virgins will basically put online, websites that basically will have countdown until this actress or something becomes 18. I mean, Billie Eilish had one too. That singer. She's like I think 19 or 20 now, but when she was when she was about to turn 18, there was countdowns to be like, yeah, man, the 17-year-old is gonna be legal now. We can basically just. Like I said, we can justify basically being creepy ass fucking guys. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that men are disgusting at times, ladies. If you guys are watching, but I mean, my demographic is mostly men. But yeah. But anyways, I Order to Phoenix. Yeah, the only one I played was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Like I said, that's what it was called in America, or Philosopher's Stone, whatever. Which is the one that's based on the first book, first movie. I played that on the PS1 and I never beat it. I think I got to the part where, if you're familiar with the series, I got to the part where Harry Potter basically is supposed to see, I think it's that, what is it, that centaur that's eating a unicorn or whatever, or sucking the unicorn's blood. And then basically, I forgot what the fuck that was, because I haven't seen the movie or played the game. I think that was a scene that he's in the forest or something. Oh no, I think he sees Voldemort eating, I forgot. I think he sees
Dementor.
It was a Dementor eating a unicorn, and then the centaur comes, I think. But either way, maybe I got the details wrong. Yeah, I stopped playing the game at that point because the game just gets really hard, and maybe not today. Maybe I play it because I had 25 plus years of gaming experience at this point. But when I was a kid, I was like 9 or 10 playing that game, and it was like my brain was too stupid to basically do crap. When you play, that's the one thing that I always notice when you go back and play games that when that you found difficult as a kid, when you play them as an adult, the only exception is things like NES games. NES games are always fucking hard because like 3 lives to beat the game, you get killed in 1 hit, go. And it's like, and then the game, developers would throw everything at you. They'll throw enemies that are doing this shit, and it's like you gotta dodge that. There's one shooting at you, and there's a pit. You gotta jump out it. Oh, and there's fire down there. And it's like, god damn, dude, fucking NES games, man. Well, because most of these games were like 10 or 20 minutes long, and they made them like super hard on purpose. So like that, when you rent them back at Blockbuster, you couldn't just beat the game in a weekend and be like, oh yeah, I'm done. The developers made the game on hard just so you can. I need to play Takashi's Challenge. I know there's an English like translation. By the way, if you guys don't know what Takashi's Challenge is, it's you guys know what the hell was that? What the hell was that, Spectre? Did you drop something?
Don't question it.
Did you drop something? Okay.
No.
Sound like you dropped glass of. Sound like you dropped a cup or something. But anyways,
No,
all right, you don't have to explain yourself. Whatever. Anyways, goddamn, I lost my train of thought. Oh,
Nah.
Takashi's Challenge, yeah. If you guys know what Takashi's Challenge is, you guys ever seen MXC? You know,
no.
No, I don't think so.
what was it on? What do you call this thing? Most Extreme Elimination Challenge
No, I
on
don't. I don't
On
think I've
Spike
seen that.
TV. You guys never seen that shit?
No.
Oh my god, you guys have you
the
guys
only
are
thing what I remember from Spike TV was Fear Factor, and that's it.
gotcha. Oh, by the way, small plug. If you guys have been wondering, the people who are watching on YouTube or watching the VOD or whatever, if you guys have been basically if you guys have been wondering what that QR code is for, that's for the Discord. So if you scan that, with your phone, it should take you to the Discord, and then you can hang
Just
out.
watch it be a Rickroll.
No, I wish. But anyways, yeah, Hogwarts Legacy and Harry Potter. Let's move on. Wanted Dead. That sounds cool. Sounds like a Western game or something. I don't know what that is.
I think it sounds like that. Remember that fucking movie with was it
The movie where they fucking curve the bullets and shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like it's like a sequel game or some shit.
Nah,
to like the
I doubt it.
original game.
I doubt it. I never played the original Wanted. I heard that it was like some people say that it's
It was
it's
trash.
yeah, some people, well, it's mostly trash, but some people say that it's an experience.
It was. Yeah, I mean, you could say that.
I mean,
yeah.
I played Rogue Warrior, and that was probably one of the best experiences I played. I mean, the gameplay.
Exactly.
I mean, the gameplay wasn't like people make it seem like this is the worst game in the world. The gameplay was mid. Like it was just very standard. The takedowns were pretty cool. I mean, they got repetitive. I heard that there's like 25 different ones, but I kept getting the same. And I heard that it was depending on like what direction you're looking at and like how you're like approaching the character and stuff. And then like he'll do something different. But I kept getting like the same, like maybe 7, and it was whatever. But the best thing about Rogue Warrior was obviously the voice acting by Mickey Rourke. That was amazing. I'm surprised.
Yes.
I'm surprised they didn't get an Emmy or an Oscar or whatever the hell they give out for voice acting. But yeah,
I seen a they were doing like a SEAL Team 6 history thing, and like they had Dick Marcinko in it. Fucking Mickey Rourke in the game sounded exactly how he actually sounds in real life.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
The balls line is the best line. I'm not gonna repeat it, but if you guys are watching this, just go to YouTube and just put Rogue Warrior voice lines, and I think it's like an 8-hour experience. I mean, sorry, an 8-minute experience. My bad. I wish it was 8 hours. Jeez, that would put me straight to sleep. Just having Mickey Rourke just basically cursing.
Damn.
But anyways. Blanc. Don't know what Blanc is. I gotta search more of these games. They sound like a lot of indie titles, and of course, these games don't get coverage like the big games do. These are games you actively have to seek out, or unless they get pretty big and maybe like Kotaku talks about it in an article. Even though they're not my favorite, actually, I don't like any freaking gaming publication. I think they're all freaking garbage. But at least they keep me in the know, because I don't like Kotaku because they have a lot of interesting hot takes. If you know what I'm getting, they have very good hot takes. And some of these hot takes, and some of these hot takes, you basically read them and you're like, do you have
wow?
Like, so where did you get your degree, dude? It's like, you can understand. The thing about game journalism in general is that you can tell. You can tell that. I mean, I'm sure. There's still a few of them. There's still a few gaming journalists that are pretty good. What is this? Jason Strider is really good. I think I got his name wrong, but yeah, this guy's always blowing the lids off all like these gaming controversies. Like, he's the one that broke the lid with the whole Activision Blizzard thing that basically everybody hates Bobby Kotick and his team now.
Right, I got you.
But yeah, there's a few of them that still have integrity. Or I mean,
integrity. That's right.
Integrity Farms. Gotta have some integrity. But anyways,
I don't know these next 3. But apparently, Tales of Symphonia is a remaster.
I know what that is. That the Tales of franchise it's a very popular JRPG franchise, and
gotcha.
Tales of Symphonia is supposed to be. It was a game that was released on the GameCube, and it's supposed to be the best one in the franchise. So they're remastering. I have a friend that's really into JRPGs, and he's like jumping up and down because he's like, yes, cool. They're making this freak. This is the best game ever, and they're remastering it. And I'm like, cool. So Wild Hearts to me is very interesting. What it is I think it's Bandai Namco and Tecmo. No, is it Tecmo or it's
Oh,
Koei?
these
It's
from what it looks pretty cool.
Wild Hearts is basically it's a collaboration thing with Bandai Namco and Koei Tecmo. If you guys don't know who that is, those are the people who make like they're very popular for making like the Dynasty Warrior games. But anyways, it's supposed to be a competitor to. Oh, we lost Drebin.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
let's give him a few minutes
Already.
or a minute or two.
Or an hour.
Yeah, let's give him an hour, guys. There he is.
There we go.
All right, so I think my internet shit the bed there.
There we go. But anyways, okay, we were just giving you a minute or so to come back. All right.
What up? What up?
Yeah, you were gone forever, dude.
Yeah, he's on the phone right now.
Okay.
But anyways, all right.
All right.
We good, bro?
I will have to step out in about 15 minutes, but y'all can keep going.
Gotcha.
I will
All
be
right.
back. I'll be back after, because all she's doing is coming by to pick up some papers that I have for her.
Gotcha. So are you gonna leave for 15 minutes now?
No.
Or in 15? Okay, gotcha. In 15 minutes. Gotcha. So Wild Hearts, it's pretty much it's a Monster Hunter clone, essentially, and it
Oh,
looks.
yeah, that's cool.
I mean, it looks cool. I mean, we need. The problem is that I think I forgot there was another game that was like free to play. I don't know if this game is free to play or paid. I haven't really looked into it, but I seen like a trailer and I seen a little bit of gameplay. You guys who know who Maximilian Dude is, right? On YouTube.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Spectre knows. Well, he's hyping this game because he really likes Monster Hunter games. And Monster Hunter Rise is actually dropping on Game Pass, PC, and Xbox on January 19th, which is 9 days from now. I'm familiar with I haven't played every Monster Hunter game, but I've played 3 of them. I played
one. I played one, and it's called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
That's not a Monster Hunter game, but
No, it had missions.
Yeah, it had it. But yeah, but it wasn't Monster Hunter. But anyways,
but I do like that type of game. That's pretty cool. I will say that. I mean, it's got me interested.
yeah, I mean it's dropping on Game Pass. I don't know. I mean, check the specs to see. Just check them on Steam to see. You know, if you can run it on your PC, or if not, you can probably play it on your Xbox. But I'm very hype. I have a few friends that are gonna play it with me. It's dropping on the Xbox platform it's dropping on Xbox and PlayStation, platforms for the first time, because it's been out for a year and it was a Switch and PC exclusive for like an entire year, and now it's dropping on other platforms. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise on the 19th, dropping on Game Pass, both PC and Xbox. Yeah.
Releasing January 12th on Steam. Or wait, no, hold on. Is it Rise? Monster Hunter Rise?
Monster Hunter Rise is the newest one, yeah. World was the one previous, so you want Rise, not World.
Okay, yeah, it says it was already released on Steam.
Yeah, it's just coming out to Game Pass and Xbox and PlayStation 4 or 5.
I will have to get it on Game Pass. The problem is I will be able to play it with you for at least maybe 20 days, I want to say.
Gotcha. If anything, we can figure out that situation when it comes. But yeah, either way, let's move on. Let's not doubt on it.
Kev, what do you think about the Perfect Dark reboot coming out soon?
The Perfect Dark reboot. I don't know if it's gonna come out this year, to be honest. That's the reason why I'm not talking about it. But anyways, let's just go through the release schedule. We got Atomic Heart, which
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, it's another day one drop on Game Pass. I mean, Microsoft is just getting all the W's because they're doing the Atomic Heart, which I'm glad they're doing it on Game Pass, because I was gonna play it on the channel, but
yeah,
I just didn't want to pay for another freaking, because I'm gonna buy Dead Space remake, full price when it drops, so I can play it on the channel. Plus, I want to play it myself. I don't buy games full price day one often.
Right.
I probably buy like maybe 4 brand new games a year, if that. I always usually wait until the game is out for like half the year to a year, and then I buy it when it's like 50% off or 75% off whenever it's on sale.
Right.
But yeah, and then the only other game I'm gonna buy because I bought a Callisto Protocol full price, and I even bought the thanks to some contributions from fans, I actually got to buy the I bought the Xbox version, which it comes with 3 versions of the game. It comes with the Xbox Series X version, Series S, and the Xbox One version. And the reason why these versions are different is because they're all optimized differently.
Right.
And correspondent. I mean, the Series X and S is the same file. You just download it. And then the Xbox One version is obviously it's going to be the weakest and worst looking platform. I don't have
But
an.
the Sniper Elite 5 is their Xbox One version looks like ass. Trust me.
I mean, dude, it's a console from 2013. Like it's 10 years old at this point.
True.
Yeah, so
It's a VCR.
it's a VCR.
Yeah, it is.
Yep,
It is.
it looks like a
It's
VCR.
it's a modern day VCR.
Yeah, I mean, everybody keeps talking crap about the Sniper Elite 5 PC version. Maybe it got bad, but when I was playing it on Game Pass, it was working fine. Maybe they fucked it up in an update or something.
They might have, because like I said, their quote unquote solution for the Game Pass version was turn off EIC. So I did that, right? And then I hit launcher, and then I hit play, and then it does nothing. and then oh, here's another solution. Run the
Callisto uninstall. Yep.
Yeah, and then it was create a desktop shortcut, run it as admin. Did that, hit play, nothing happened.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
I don't know if it's
maybe it's just maybe
Game Pass.
I don't know, because when I played on Game Pass, I have a 3060 Ryzen 5 with basically I have 80 gigs of RAM on the back end. And I ran the game fine. I mean, it will stutter a bit every now and then because I don't know. But anyways, but it wasn't like the Callisto uninstall where basically, the game wasn't working on PC, because I bought the Steam version and I was trying to get it to work for like a week and a half. And the problem is that, okay, like for example, Wolfenstein 2, the whole Wolfenstein franchise, when I'm not recording, I can record those games. Basically, I can play those games at ultra settings and everything turned on and the game is fine. The minute I record OBS, the game will record fine. I mean, the game will play fine, but when I look at OBS, OBS is like, we can't keep up, dude. We're recording at 27 frames per second. And I'm like, that's not going to freaking fly, because, that's going to be a horrible viewing experience, as a YouTube video. So what do I got to do? Well, to appease OBS and basically make sure it's on its best behavior, I got to play the game on medium. And it sucks because, I just replayed the game not too long ago and I was playing on Ultra. I'm like, man, this game is beautiful. And then I go back to medium, I'm like, man, this game looks like a game that's like 2 generations behind.
Twitchy.
Hey, Twitchy, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
What's up, dude?
All right, so let's move on. So Atomic Heart is very anticipating for us. I don't have to pay for it. Oh, and the other game I had to buy new was basically Resident Evil 4 Remake, because that will be a day one on the channel.
Right.
I'm playing all the Resident. By the way, if you guys don't know on the channel, I'm basically playing all the Resident Evil games. I'm saying this for the people who are gonna watch the VOD later. I'm playing all the Resident Evil games on the channel. I did the original, I did the remake, I did the original 2, original 3, and Survivor, the best one. I couldn't leave out Survivor. That was the best game in the franchise so far. And Zero. I did those on stream, and I'm doing Resident Evil 2 now.
Yeah.
Remake, and then Resident Evil 3 remake. But yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil Survivor knocks Resident Evil 4 out the water.
It's the best game in the franchise, I swear. You guys got to check it out. It's really good. Anyways, Atomic Heart, it looks like a crazy FPS where you're in Russia fighting fucking robots. That's all I know.
It's like BioShock, was
and
it
Doom,
like Soviet?
I think.
It's like BioShock, Doom, like in like what did we say? It was like Soviet steampunk.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird. Like I just see like I see you just fighting a bunch of robot, and at one point you're fighting a big freaking ball that's like doing a whole bunch of. You know what that ball looks like? It looks like that robot from freaking The Incredibles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does. The one that
Syndrome.
that Syndrome basically sends out to kill Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's super now?
Yeah. I've seen that movie so many times as a kid. When the second one,
It's so good.
It is so good. I mean, when I saw the second one was good too. I mean, it's not as good as the first one, but there was a PS2 game. I never played it, but there is a PS2 game that's called Rise of the Underminer. So
Right.
so you get to see them defeat the Underminer, because when the second movie starts, they already fucked them up,
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
They made a whole game just about that dude.
yeah, it's a PS2 game. I never played it. I'm sure you can just emulate it nowadays. And plus, it's not like anyone's selling it in any storefront. But yeah, maybe Vims has it. But
Oh,
um,
shh. Quiet, quiet, quiet.
like a Dragon Shinin. That's a Yakuza game that basically takes place like in feudal Japan. So you're basically gonna be a samurai. You still play as like Yakuza characters, but you're just a samurai, and it's like old time Japan. But
Right.
it looks really freaking cool. I'm here's the problem. I wanted to play the Yakuza games on the channel, and I still kind of do, but my problem is that all right, copyright is an issue, right? Like when you're playing GTA games, the problem is that there's parts of the games where they don't turn off the music. Like everybody knows, I'm sure you've seen the memes of the Yakuza 0 where basically like they're dancing in a nightclub and shit. I'm sure you guys seen those memes and stuff. Well, the music when you play the game, the music is not muted. And the problem is that when it comes with Japanese games, um what do you call this thing? Or just Japanese anything in general, they're very strict when it comes to copyright because they don't have fair use laws, like they have here in the United States. All right, well, Drebin's busy. But anyways, we'll move on a bit. All right, he's back. Is he back? All right, whatever. He's doing stuff. So let's just continue. I don't know what Communist High is. Digimon World. That's really doesn't interest me. I seen a little bit of Digimon. Horizon. I don't have a PlayStation VR. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Blood Bowl 3. It's just a strategy game with football. Company Heroes 3. I have to play 1 and 2 because I heard they're really good RTS. And I know.
Yeah, Company Heroes is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was about to talk to you about that because I know you like RTS games. I like RTS games too. It's just that I kind of fell out of it. What are you doing over here? Basically putting tentacle butts on my freaking on my chat. Luke, control yourself, man.
Luke.
He's over here. He's over here expressing his favorite, anime genre. But anyways,
Yes.
Sons of the Forest on February 23rd. We know how we feel about this game.
We still haven't beat it yet. We still haven't beat the first one yet.
I haven't played The Last of Us. By the time it came out on PS3, I didn't have a PS3, and I had a PS4, or actually my roommate had a PS4 at the time, and I only played a few PS4 games. I literally fell off of Sony's ecosystem after like maybe 2010, 2011. Yeah, so I know that The Last of Us is coming on PC. I just can't afford it because I'm already buying freaking like Resident Evil remake or Resident Evil 4 remake. But I mean, if anybody wants to, I mean, obviously it's a fucking expensive game, but if anybody's kind enough to buy it for me, my wish list it's on Discord. So, like I said, you don't have to, but if you want to, maybe I can do a let's play if it's bought. But yeah. Anyways,
charity is optional.
It's optional. But anyway, Sons of the Forest, yeah. So me and Spectre, we played the Forest, the original Forest, on stream for a bit. We didn't beat it because life happened. Spectre started a new job and he couldn't play it as much because he was working like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was insane. He was always at work every time I spoke to the kid. But anyways, it was a temporary job. But yeah, we need to go back to the Forest soon so we can actually wrap it up so we can play Sons of the Forest on stream.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff on our plate right now.
Well, basically, we're gonna do Perfect Dark Zero soon. Probably do that tomorrow. Yeah. But that game shouldn't be that hard to get through, man. It's not that long of a game, and plus,
there's no way it can be as tedious as the first.
No, that game really the Perfect Dark Zero. I feel like when they made Perfect Dark Zero, I feel like Rare basically like kind of eased off like on like how they used to design their first person shooters. I think Rare Perfect Dark Zero was the last first person shooter they ever made. I'm not gonna count Sea of Thieves as a first person shooter. It's a first person pirate game. You know what I mean? The only time you shoot is whenever you have a pistol and a blunderbuss. But no, it's not. The game really the game does the Dead Space thing. The game did the Dead Space thing before Dead Space. And what I mean by that You push a button and then actually no, there's not a button. If you're basically like lingering around an area for too long, and it's not even too long, I mean like basically 10 seconds. If you're not doing anything in 10 seconds, the game will literally project an arrow to tell you where to go. So Perfect Dark Zero holds your hand, whereas Perfect Dark basically tells you figure it out, even if you have to beat the game 900 times. Or the level 900 times, or attempt the level 900 times. Anyways, so what is it? I don't even know how to pronounce the next one. I never heard the next game. Kerbal Space Program 2. By the way, Epic Game Store is giving out the original Kerbal Space Program for free. So basically, if you guys want, I know how a lot of people feel about the Epic Game Store, but you know what? I always say this: a free game's a free game. So yeah. So
It's you know, and plus, like if you get like a game from like a different launcher, if that game has its own launcher, you know, like some games, you know, when you launch a game, the developer has their own launcher that it launches from.
yeah,
So you know, so it doesn't really matter where you get it from because it's launching from its own launcher. So
gotcha. Well, I might do a stream of it because they gave it to me for free, so there might be a Kerbal Space Program stream soon. Because that's a game that I want to stream because you know I'm gonna be basically like trying to build the spaceships and like that. I can ask you guys for your opinions and shit. And by the way, guys, if I'm on Twitch, recommend me Twitch integrated games. You know, games that you guys can either help me or fuck me over in, because you know that'll be fun.
yeah,
That's the Twitch thing to do.
we'll play Dark Castle.
That I don't think that has any Twitch integration though, and that's a game from like
Damn.
19. That's a game from like 1988, bro. But anyways,
Yeah, but you're gonna have to play it.
dude, you know what? You know what? That'll be really cool. You know how cool it will be if someone creates a program or something where I can play NES games and have it like Twitch integration, where basically if I'm playing like Mario 3, you know, the audience could be like, Dark Castle, it's an old game, it's crap. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Let me find that one video.
But yeah, but I wish that like it would be cool if someone creates like a program where I can go back and play like PS1 or NES games. Maybe not PS1 games because that's too complicated, but like NES games where basically like if I'm playing like Super Mario Brothers 3, like the chat can vote to like summon a whole bunch of freaking Goombas, and now the whole screen is just raining Goombas, like something that like Mario Maker does, but like for like Twitch. But I wish Nintendo was a lot more cooler with their franchises because they could, you know, Nintendo could easily integrate shit like that on their games. But you know, Nintendo hates stuff like that. 7 days.
Sent a link.
I do got 7 days to die. On Game Pass. It's been on Game Pass forever. Maybe.
Yeah, I sent a link to Dark Castle.
I
You
see.
guys want to know what that looks like?
Yeah, it's on the Twitch. It's a very shitty game. Has a very shitty combat system. It's the Angry Video Game Nerd covered it in one episode, so you know that's how I knew that the game existed because of that. But anyways,
well, I knew it existed because Cage sent me a video.
Yeah, and Cage
guy sent me. He sent me that guy playing it. And he got so mad playing it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Actually, the video I sent really fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
If you just watch it.
Kirby's. I need to play more. I need to play a Kirby game. Because there's a Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is coming.
Kirby Space Program.
Yeah, Kirby Space Program. Octopath Traveler 2. Never played the first one. I know what it is. Scars Above. Don't know what that is. Destiny 2 Lightfall. Okay, so I played the original Destiny. When the original Destiny came out, I played the beta, and then I played a little bit of the base game when it first came out, and I wasn't impressed. I'm like this. You know, it's not that I was basically. It's not that I was like, oh, it's just not Halo, even though it wasn't Halo. It's just the fact that, to me, it just seemed like Warframe because I've been playing Warframe for years, on and off, and you know, I was like, I already play Warframe, man. I'm not gonna dunk like, and then plus Warframe was free, and then plus, you know, of course, and Destiny got obviously worse as it went on because people are like, you know, they start deleting content that you already own and shit. So yeah. I'm sorry, Bungie is not the Bungie that you guys grew up and knew, you know, like I did when it was the Xbox Halo days. So get that out of your head. And then plus Sony owns them, so now they're obviously not going to be. The only thing that I want Bungie to do, there's two things I want Bungie to do. Either reboot Marathon, because that was their first-person shooter before Halo, and it was exclusive to Apple platforms back in the day. They're not that good now because they kind of look like old Doom games, like how the original Doom looked, it was running on its own engine, but they're not that good nowadays. Whereas Doom stands the test of time, Marathon doesn't. You know, it was one of the first like games where you can look up and down, you know, and shit like that, not just left to right. But yeah. Um the day before. Okay, so the day before is a game that I'm keeping my eye on because it is supposed to be, it looks like if you took Days Gone and you made a MMO out of it.
Yeah, I was about to mention it's gone.
Yeah, you bought it for me, so I'm going to
Hey,
I need to
Luke,
I need to plan out a Siphon Filter let's play because Days Gone takes place during the Siphon Filter universe. Yeah, so I need to do
Luke, have you Days Gone?
Yeah, Luke, yeah. Have you played Days Gone? But anyways, the day before, it looks like if we took Days Gone as a what was funny? Oh,
I sent Twitchy like the video
the
about
video.
the guy raging at the it's hilarious.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Dude, fuck the fucking enemies.
gotcha.
Dude.
But anyways, the I get it. Yeah, the video he sent you. But anyways, the yeah, but that's what exactly what it, the day before looks like. It looks like if you took like Days Gone as a concept, like that type of gameplay, and you made it into an MMO. So Spectre, we might need to check that out. You know, an open world third person MMO zombie shooter game, and it's gonna have survival elements too. So, you know, it's probably gonna. It sounds like it's gonna be like the modern day DayZ, but with a budget.
Didn't DayZ like just stop updating or something?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know. I played that game like a couple times when it was like I played that game when you needed to buy basically Arma 2 and actually you know and
DayZ is an Arma mod?
Yes, it's an Arma 2 mod.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like its own standalone game.
Okay, when I first played DayZ, I played it at a friend's computer, and before you needed to buy Arma 2, you needed to own Arma 2 and then download the mod so you can play it. Then when the mod got very popular, it still runs on the Arma engine, but when the game got popular, that's when it became a standalone game because the developers made it into a standalone game where you didn't require, you know, Arma 2, because I think they made a deal with the developers that made Arma 2, and they're like, can you license the engine out to us and then we can make our own game? Because I think I may be wrong, but I think the Arma developers get like a certain percentage of how much, you know, of whatever DayZ sells, because you know the licensing fees for the engine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, Luke, you should definitely try to play Days Gone.
Yeah.
I heard nothing but good things about that game.
Yeah, it's on PC or you can buy it on PlayStation. It is a Sony owned franchise because it's part of the Siphon Filter franchise, and
Ben Studio is pretty talented.
Yeah.
You know? They went from Bubsy 3D to Siphon Filter.
Yeah, and just in one game too. It's not like they made like games in between and got progressively better. They made one shit game. Oh, excuse me.
They made the shittiest game to ever exist, and they made one of the best to ever exist.
Yeah, they made one of the best franchises to ever exist. Anyways, and
Days Gone, they have a taser.
Cool. Yeah, I know. So we spoke about The Last of Us. I haven't played it.
Just like the original. Yes.
So The Last of Us on PC is coming out on March 3rd. Like I said, I can't afford it because, you know, my money for that month is going to be saved for the Resident Evil 4 remake that's coming out. Wulong Fallen Destiny. Now this game looks cool. If you don't know what it is, just search it up. It's gonna be a Game Pass 1 release. I might not play it for the channel. I might stream it, but it's supposed to be like a very cinematic, like Chinese Dark Souls type game. So there's gonna be a lot of dragons and, you know, like Chinese dragons and shit like around, and like it's just gonna be like Chinese. Like if you ever played Dynasty Warriors, it's just gonna be like ancient Chinese warriors with like swords and spears, just doing a lot of anime shit. It looks really cool, and it looks very crisp in graphics and stuff. So I'm keeping an eye out on that one. Fatal Frame: Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I never played a Fatal Frame game before, so I have that wish list on Steam. Don't know if I'm gonna buy a day. Probably not gonna buy a day one, but if there's a Steam sale, maybe. Oni, Road to the Mightiest Oni. Don't know that. Pecky Blinders, The King's Ransom. That's a Quest or PC VR game. Don't have VR. Skull and Bones. Do you guys think that game's gonna come out this year? That's Ubisoft's
No.
pirate game, because that game was supposed to come out right after Black Flag, and Black Flag came out what in 2013.
Yeah, I find it hard to enjoy any Ubisoft game.
Me too. Well, I mean, we tried freaking Rainbow Six Extraction. Me, Drebin, and Spectre here. We tried it like off screen, and we didn't like it. That
It's the difficulty from solo play to co-op play is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a difficulty because and it just gets very tedious. Like how like if you lose a guy, you got to go back and capture him. And not gonna lie, when I was trying to get Lion back or whatever his freaking name was, that whole part was tedious because I kept trying to pull him out, and those things kept spawning, and I kept getting attacked. We kept getting attacked by enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
It probably would have helped if we had an extra person, but then they would have obviously scaled the difficulty
Yeah.
and made it more difficult because we have an extra player. But the
What's worse is that we were playing on the beginning difficulty too, dude. I couldn't imagine playing on the hardest with three
yeah,
people.
maybe when you get better equipment, if you basically can stomach that type of. Here's the thing: I didn't mind the gameplay, and I thought the concept was clean. The problem was the fact that it was just poorly executed. So, anyways,
Yeah.
so Skull and Bones.
Prob-
It's essentially if you guys don't know what it is, sorry to cut you off, but real quick, if you don't know what it is this game has been in development for a while, and pretty much it's supposed to be like if you took Assassin's Creed Black Flag's like ship combat, and you basically just made a whole game around it. Pretty much it's supposed to be Ubisoft's Sea of Thieves, but let's see how that turns out, and if it even comes out, because this game has been in development hell for about 8 to 10 years already. So, Legends of Heroes, Trails to Assure, Bayonetta Origins. Never played a Bayonetta game. Peppa Pig World Adventures. Very hyped about that. My friend Peppa Pig almost became a Let's Play, but I needed to shield the world from its greatness, so I didn't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, I wish you did.
I should have, but it was just too good.
Minus 30 subscribers.
Yeah. But anyways,
That's probably what it could have happened if you actually.
I know. So I know Tyler is looking forward to this game. Tyler, you're still here, right? You're looking forward to the new. I did. I have over 700 hours logged on my Xbox for my friend Peppa Pig. But anyways, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I still need to play Fallen Order on the channel.
Oh, Tyler, have you played Star Wars Empire at War? That's one of my favorite RTS games.
Peppa Pig,
in
man.
existence.
I love Peppa Pig. She's the best. You know how people are bronies? I guess, what do you call Peppa Pig fans? Piggies? I don't know.
Oh my God, Tyler, you gotta play that game.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, he's always telling me to play it. If you like RTSs, the thing is that I like RTSs. I just don't have the time to invest.
It's so different. I like it a lot better than most RTSs because it's so different.
I just don't have the time to basically what do you call this thing?
It's $20 on Steam.
I just don't have the time to get into an RTS because they're very complex with like mechanics. And the thing is that I'm not trying to say I'm playing like basic games or games that are like more easier to comprehend because what do you call this thing? Because I'm stupid or anything. I am stupid, but that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that I just don't have the time to invest on basically learning what unit does what and basically like how to use my units effectively, if that makes any sense.
Well, the thing about this one is that it's mostly like it's super easy to play.
I mean, you guys. I get confused when I'm playing RimWorld when I'm playing with you and Francis because I let you guys play most of the time and I'm watching because. I mean, you guys don't want to explain. You guys don't want to explain the game mechanics to me. When I ask what this is, you guys are like,
"We know how to play."
Yeah, which sucks. Which I'm just watching most of the time. It's a very easy game to play because all I do is watch.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But yeah, Tyler, you should try to play Empire War.
Yeah.
It's 20 on Steam. The reviews there's 97 or 98%.
And if you do get it, Tyler, basically. What do you call this thing? Yeah, that you know what? We should stream freaking
RimWorld.
We should stream RimWorld. I'm gonna have to move the chat around because I'm probably with the where that QR code is. I'm probably gonna have to put the Discord chat because Francis doesn't talk
Oh, that'd be cool. Have like a Discord chat right there, then have
and have the
Twitch
Twitch
on.
chat. Yeah. So I need. Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably do some RimWorld if it has Twitch integration. We can do that. But yeah, I need to get the freaking DLCs, man. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try to plan a Fallen Order. I'm gonna. That's the thing, man. I'm not gonna be able to buy, Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor, Jedi Survivor. I'm not gonna be able to buy it day one, man, because my money's going for Resident Evil 4 remake. The world isn't ready for that yet. We weren't even ready. We never heard him speak.
Yeah,
Every time we play
he's
RimWorld,
an enigma. He's an enigma.
yeah, he's an AI, bro. That's why he's not advanced enough to basically like speak words. He's still in the typing phase. But anyways, Have a Nice Death looks pretty cool. It's like a roguelike type game on the Switch. I probably won't play that on the channel, but I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know what Storyteller is. Resident Evil 4 Remake. There's not a lot I can say about it now due to the fact that I haven't played Resident Evil 4. I mean, I played Resident Evil 4. I played it quite a few times. I haven't played it in a long time. But the reason why I can't say a lot about it now is because I haven't played it for the channel. And a lot of you guys probably haven't played Resident Evil 4 or seen anything Resident Evil 4. So I can't really talk about it. I have it on PC because my buddy Spectre, my hubby, basically bought it for me. But yeah, he bought it for me. So yeah. Does Terraria have a Twitch integration?
I think it. Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, because you also
Like Twitch can like do things like spawn enemies and shit, or like fuck up your world.
yeah, because I actually like Terraria. That's a game that I can actually play and not just sit there and be like, my friends are playing this game for me. I'm just here to just hang out. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah,
We gotta teach you how to play RimWorld.
yeah. You gotta teach
That
me
way,
better
you
because
know.
whenever I ask mechanics, you guys don't. You guys are just like,
Yeah, we're
I'll
so busy like
I'll do it for
we're so
you.
busy like yeah, we're busy like okay, you got the hydroponics farm, Francis? Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I just know the basic
He's
things. I'm like, I just know how to tell my character to do stuff. But there's certain things I was like, for example, I was trying to tell you how to basically like how to manage the cooking better, and you didn't want to tell me. So basically, yeah. Anyways,
yeah, that's kind of what happens when we get in, when we're too into the game. We're like, oh yeah.
yeah. So Crime Boss Rockay City. So this is a game that was shown on the Game Awards. If you guys don't know what it is, just search up a trailer. There's gameplay that was released, and pretty much what this is that it's if you took the concept of Payday and you basically put Hollywood actors in it, because it has like people like Michael Manson, Chuck Norris is in the game.
Wasn't John Wick in Payday 2 though?
Yeah, but it wasn't like Keanu Reeves. It was just a character model. But
Yeah, and he didn't. I don't even think he had a voice
no,
actor either.
it did have a voice actor, but it was not Keanu Reeves. It was just some random
Yeah.
guy they got. But this game, I think it has Michael Manson as in it. It has Danny Glover's in it. Who else is in it? Chuck Norris is in it. But there's like Hollywood actors in it, and pretty much it's like Payday 2, but like somebody else is basically like taking their jab at the whole Payday formula. I might check it out. I might not buy it, but I'll look at videos to see how it is, and then if it goes on sale, maybe, because I do like Payday 2. I never played Payday 1. I bought it for Drebin and yeah, it was just John Wick as a character. It wasn't Keanu or anything. It wasn't like we got the cyberpunk treatment. Yo, samurai, we got a city to burn. Wake up. I never played that game. I just know those stupid memes. But
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, Crime Boss Rockay City. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, it's just a Payday clone. I never played the first Payday. I bought it for Spectre and Drebin, but we haven't played it. I bought it to them, and then they were like, "I don't want to play this." Accept gift, assholes. I could have gotten my money back, but anyways.
Just
All right.
the game for free.
If I don't know what the game is, I'm just gonna speed run it. Grim Grimoire once more. Meet Your Maker actually looked cool. It was like a I saw it in the Game Awards as well. Meet Your Maker is like it's a first person dungeon crawler. It's a first person shooter. It is pretty bare bones. The game was like what, like I think the game was like maybe like $7 with the DLC and everything. I bought it for just my friends. I'm like, I'll buy myself a copy and I'll buy both of these guys a copy so we can play it. And they never played it with me. I haven't even played it myself because I don't want to play it by myself. But yeah, it's pretty bare bones, compared to I don't even think there's loadouts. I think you just start what you start out with, and I know there's no customization, so it's not like Payday 2 where they have like millions of masks and shit. No, you just wear the default shit and you just do the missions. But yeah, Payday the heist is just it was just a concept, and then they really refined it with Payday 2, and now Payday 3 got announced, so that's another game I'm anticipating as well. And it doesn't have a release date. I think it just said 2023. But Meet Your Maker is pretty much a first person dungeon crawler where two people can go down a dungeon, and the thing is that it's a first person shooter, and the dungeons is actually they're built by players, and basically they add traps and enemies and shit, and then and then if you're a person that's creating the dungeons, you get a rating, and then basically the game gives you points and stuff where you can improve on making the dungeon. Essentially, you want to make a dungeon that's impossible for anyone to beat, to the point that it's really hard because you get overwhelmed by enemies or there's just traps or whatever. But that's the whole point. So yeah, Meet Your Maker is pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Process of Elimination, I don't know what that is. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I never played any I played Mega Man games, but I never played the Battle Network franchise. God of Rock, I don't even know what that is. Dead Island 2. That's one that we got to talk about, Spectre.
Yeah, I gotta get my computer first.
So anyways, guys, we're gonna have once Spectre gets his computer, we're gonna go back to the forest as live streams, and that's a series that me and him are gonna be focusing on the most. I bought
Green Hell. Green Hell.
Green Hell is another one we got to do eventually. That game has capybara, so we got to do it, and I did buy it. I bought it a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The healing system is pretty realistic too.
Cool. Anyways, but yeah, Dead Island, me, Spectre, and Drebin, we all bought Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, so we probably gonna do a let's play on it soon. If Spectre can get his computer, sooner rather than later. But anyways, because we're all basically just waiting for Spectre at this point to start that let's play.
Yeah, the fucking price went up, so I would have grabbed it by now.
I don't know if to either live stream that game or if to basically like do a let's play. I don't know. I'll probably ask on the Discord.
For which game? For which one?
For Dead Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we should stream the Dead Island, like.
Well, if it was like, is it a linear game?
No. What it is
okay.
What it is. Okay, think of it as it's like Left 4 Dead, but without basically all the hordes of zombies, and it's not really like an action game. It's more like it's an RPG. Like there's an open world island you can walk around in, and you basically there's like 5 or 6 different areas that you move through. Because you go to an area, you basically do all the side quests and all the main quests and shit that's in there, get all the loot you can, and then basically get like in a car and you go to a different part of the map. But the parts of the map that you guys can that you walk around in are pretty big. There's plenty of stuff to do in the map, but there's like 6 different maps that you go through, but they're like open world type maps, but not like GTA or like Skyrim, like huge. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just little sandboxes you can run in, and then you get introduced to another sandbox. But yeah,
I see.
It's a 4-player game, but like you level up too. Like you can level up basically. It's a first person shooter too. But yeah, you level up basically if you're good at melee or if you're good at shooting, or stuff like. Each character has like they have like basically a preset of stats, and if I remember correctly, I think they have a special ability. Like each character has a specialty they can focus on, because they're class based. But anyways, it's a pretty cool game. I never played Riptide. I played Dead Island on the 360 when it first came out, and I played it with 4 people, and we played over an Xbox Live Party, and I actually beat it with them. But the thing is that it's been so long since I played that game, I remember nothing from it. The only thing I remember from that game was that it was fun. That's all I remember, that I had a good fucking time. I don't remember how the campaign goes. I don't remember the story. I don't even think the story was even that important. I think we should stream it, because that game is mostly about just running around.
So what, is it going to be like a black moment? Where there's like this
No, I mean there is a no. The story's presented way
Story
better.
does not matter.
It's a typical zombie story. It's like, oh, the world is fucked. We got to get out of here. We got to get off this island because zombies. That's pretty much what the story is for the most part. It's the gameplay experience because we're gonna be fucking around most of the time and getting ourselves into all sorts of hijinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the gameplay and the experience. You know, like the story is not. You know, like I said, the thing about most zombie games is yeah, it's most about the experience because the story is basically like either like you gotta find a cure or you know this place is fucked and you gotta get out and go to like the you know where the fucking you know this CDC is because you know it's safe there. But yeah, we're running out of games. So basically that ends April. So going into May, we got the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now I never played Breath of the Wild. Have you guys played Breath of the Wild, and how will you guys feel if I do a Let's Play in anticipation towards this Legend of Zelda game? The last Legend of Zelda game I played was Twilight Princess, and I never beat it. I got pretty far in it. I haven't. I also didn't beat Wind Waker. Wind Waker was a game that I started and I didn't beat it, and Wind Waker was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you guys feel about the Legend of Zelda franchise?
I never played it.
I like it. I like the Legend of. The thing is that I haven't played every single game because there's too many Legend of Zelda games, and you know they go from between all freaking different types of platforms. There's handheld games. There's games that were made for the consoles. You know, there's just a lot of Legend of Zelda games.
Hmm.
All right. Well, it looks like Luke is not that familiar with the franchise either. So, alrighty. Well,
Yeah, I was never much of a Nintendo person.
so
I
the
actually never played a Nintendo game, so
oh, what is I can you should get Dolphin, and I should recommend you some games, and you can play them. You know, Dolphin and N64. There's even some Super Nintendo and NES games that I can basically recommend to you to Spectre, and even like I said, guys, if you guys have a computer with an emulator handy, you know, of course, I don't condone piracy. You guys have to figure out how to get your ROMs, but you know, there's a lot of games that you know don't gatekeep yourself, man. You know, there's a lot of games that you can basically play, and a lot of these games are not even sold anymore. They're just dead franchises, or they're just games that you know the official people who own the IP don't want to play. You know, I,
or those companies literally went bankrupt.
yeah, I 100% you know approve of emulators. I emulate games all the time because of game preservation. Now I don't condone a piracy. If a game, here's the way I look at it: if a game is being sold currently on GOG, Steam, Xbox Store, I will go and buy the official release because I want to support the developers, and I want to show that I have great interest or there's enough interest in this franchise so like that the publisher itself can continue making these games. You know, so yeah, I always buy my games. I of course I wait until they're on sale because I'm not made out of money. But if I see a game on Steam or GOG on sale, you know, I will buy it. You know, of course, even though if I own the game, sometimes I do resort to emulation because, you know, for example, I might own an old ass game on Switch, you know, but it doesn't run that good on Switch. But I already own the game, so I gave them my money. So sometimes I do resort to emulation, especially when I'm streaming, due to the fact that it'll look and it'll run better on my PC than it did on its original hardware. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you can legally
No,
get games to run on a
emulation is legal. The act of emulating is
emulator
legal.
if you extract the ISO from your actual copy IRL.
Yeah.
If you have an actual disc copy, like in real life that you purchased, you can extract the files from that and use that, and it's legal
Yeah. The
completely.
only thing that makes it illegal, in case people don't know, is whenever you go to a website and you know
Yeah.
download the ROMs.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't condone that. Don't do that, guys. Okay.
yeah, don't do that. Anyways, but basically, only resort to that if the game is like a game no one cares about. That's the only way.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Like if it's a game that basically came out
Like
and
Dark Castle. Like Dark
Like
Castle.
Dark Castle. Dark Castle is a game that's no longer sold. The company who made the game is no longer in business. So if you gotta basically pirate the game, pirate it because no one cares. You're not hurting anyone. Only be mindful of the games that are being still developed. Wish I could play the sound FBI open up. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. All right, so Street Fighter 6. I've been playing Street Fighter since the second game. Never played the first Street Fighter. But Street Fighter 6 looks cool. Street Fighter 5, I didn't have a PlayStation 4 to play it on, and I always heard mixed things about it. Mostly negative, but mixed things. And Street Fighter 6 like it's going to be shaping up to be a good game. I'm not that into fighting games anymore. I used to play fighting games when the PS2 and anything before the PS2, but I heavily fell off fighting games during the 360 era. The only fighting games I played during the 360 era were, well, besides Smash Bros, because I've always played Smash Bros. It's the only fighting game I play every now and then. I haven't played it in years. I have Ultimate on my Switch, and I haven't touched it since I think 2020. But it's been 3 years already. But I do have Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition or whatever on my Xbox 360, and it was a game that I enjoyed a lot. So if you guys want to see any fighting games like Street Fighter 4 or maybe Mortal Kombat, let me know, and I did a Mortal Kombat video, and actually that Mortal Kombat video did pretty well. It got views and it got watch time. So maybe I should go back and play some retro fighting games. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like, I'm talking about fighting games where you have one guy here and one guy here, and you're just like pow 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 and just beating the shit out of people. But yeah, you guys can clip that if you want the whole pow 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 thing. Probably make it into like a subscriber notification or anything whenever I start getting subscribers on or followers. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow. I need to set up the whole notification thing, so when somebody follows, it's like, oh, it makes like a sound, and and everybody, and then I go and be like, oh my god, thanks for following me, like how every other Twitch streamer does. That's the thing. I gotta watch more Twitch and behave like Twitch streamers. So like that, when people jump on my stream, they're like, he's just like the guy I watch, and then they they follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be like the popular Twitch streamers that talk shit to everyone.
When I get big enough, I'm gonna become one of those Twitch, YouTube streamers that basically I get so big that I don't give a fuck about my audience anymore, and then I just because like they're not gonna leave because I'm huge, because that's the mentality they have, and but it's like to the point where it's like I have like 500,000 subscribers, and I'll be like, what's up, fuck nuggets, man? I don't even give a fuck if you guys show up or not. And then when people basically, like I said, whenever they subscribe, like like $1, I'll be like, god damn, bro, you should have just used that shit for bus fare so you can hop off the fuck off my screen, man. But anyway, become a very toxic YouTube Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Everyone likes those.
Yeah,
because everyone else is
they
toxic.
do. They do. Like, look at Ninja. Ninja is the guy that basically, he'll go and basically be like, what was that thing he said, that meme? Where somebody was making fun of him. He's like, listen here, you little shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, the fuck you saying to me, you little shit?
Yeah.
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
Yeah. And the way that, what is it, XQC, how he basically like, I mean, that dude said the N-word. That clip that you showed me 40 seconds in, that dude said the N-word on fucking stream. And he's,
really?
Yes, he does. He says the N-word. He says it really fast, though. Like, it sounds like gibberish. But if you slow it down, he did say the N-word on stream. I think the way that he said it, like, most people didn't catch it. But, and also the way that he said it, too, like, because he was like, and then, like, because that's the way he talks. And then he slipped the N-word in there. Because if you slow down that clip, you can hear.
I'm watching it right now. Hold on. Let me see.
At least that's what it sounds like to me. And he said it with the ER, not with the A. So, But anyways, Diablo 4. Diablo 3 was alright. Diablo 2, I didn't play Diablo 1 and 2. So I know Diablo 2 is legendary. But I know that Blizzard, obviously when they remastered it, they kind of fucked it up. Just like they did the Warcraft 3 remaster. It seems like Blizzard fucks up all their remasters. There's a guy on Twitch that I watch who repeats the same farce.
Great.
when someone gives them bits or subs, and I swear that gets some more bits and subs. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a catchphrase.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. And then Final Fantasy 16, kind of pissed that it's a PS5 exclusive. I'm not into Final Fantasy. It's just the principle that it's a third. And I hate the fact that Square Enix already mentioned that any mainline Final Fantasy game is gonna be a PS5 exclusive, and it's not gonna come out to anything else. So if you're into Final Fantasy, get a PS5 because that's the only way you're gonna play them anymore.
Did what it used to be? Wasn't it like a PC game?
Okay, so Final Fantasy started out as a Nintendo game. It started out on the NES and then it moved over to the SNES or the Famicom or Super Famicom in Japan, respectively. But the problem happened is that when Nintendo basically came out with the N64, Square Enix basically broke ties with Nintendo because they didn't want to make cartridge-based RPGs. Because cartridge-based, games didn't have that much space in them compared to I mean, Cloud is pretty hot too. Have you seen that guy? I mean, have you seen the size of his sword? But anyways, so when Nintendo made the N64, they still use cartridges while the original PlayStation used CDs. Well, CDs use 700 megabytes of memory with audio CDs. I forgot how big the average N64 cartridge was. I'm sure one of you guys can probably research it and then look it up on the and then basically just type it on the chat. But anyways, the N64 cartridge, didn't hold as much memory as, a 700 megabyte CD did. And I mean, Spectre, you know how some PS1 games came on multiple discs?
Oh yeah, yeah, or like yeah, basically yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so the thing is
Metal Gear
that
Solid.
Metal Gear Solid came on 2 discs. Final Fantasy 7 came out on 3 discs, I think.
What?
Yeah.
3?
Dude, there was PS4. I mean, there's PS1 games that came on 4 discs. Most of them were JRPGs because JRPGs were long as shit. You're talking about games that were like 50 hours long and they couldn't and of course you had all the art assets, all the dialogue, all the freaking music and and all the character models and shit. So of course, you can only fit so much in the 700 megabyte CD. So pretty much, that's why. So the thing is that, and with the N64, there was no way for you to basically have a cartridge and then basically switch the cartridge to, and then remove the cartridge and do that. The N64 didn't have the capabilities of doing that. So any game that came out on N64 had to fit on the one cartridge. Now, the thing about the N64 is that they had cartridges with varying sizes. They do the same thing with the Switch. They sell 2 gigabyte cards. They sell 4 all the way to 64 gigabytes. Of course, the more gigs of the card you buy or the cartridges, the more it will cost the developer or publisher that's making the game for either the Switch or the N64. But anyways, then Final Fantasy basically became big on PS2 because of Final Fantasy X. There was some of them that released on the GameCube. And then the thing is that Final Fantasy has never been like a really big franchise on the Xbox. I think the only the big release on the Xbox was Final Fantasy 13, and that game has mixed opinions, mostly negative because the fan base doesn't like that game. But I met people that basically say that Final Fantasy 13 was a decent game. It wasn't the best thing they played, but it wasn't there's a lot of games that I noticed. There's a lot of games that I played that the internet makes it sound like it's the worst shit in the world. Like Rogue Warrior. They made it sound like it was the most terrible thing you can play. I played it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It was mid. Like I said earlier, the best thing about that game was the dialogue. But anyways,
Yeah.
And then after that, that's it. There's really nothing else that has a release date. I mean, we can talk about things like Alan Wake 2. I can play Alan Wake. I need to play Alan Wake on the channel. And I need to play Control because Waffles gifted me Control a while back. And
Control reminds me of Perfect Dark.
Control, from what I've been told, Control is basically more akin to SCP Containment Breach.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because it's a third-person shooter, but the thing is that the idea is that you're going through a facility that has all these fucking otherworldly or experimental or fucking crazy monsters that You know how in SCP Containment Breach you go through like different parts of the facility, and then
Yeah,
they could be an object that has like some weird properties to it, or they could be like a monster.
it can be a Coca-Cola drink, or it can be a god, like a
Yeah, it can be a Coca-Cola drink that if I drink it, my penis basically grows for.
or it can be God, or it can be God.
Yeah,
For
it
all
can
we
be a
know.
Coca-Cola. If I drink it, my penis, grows a centimeter longer or something. Every time I take a sip out of it. If that was the case, I will never stop drinking the Coca-Cola. I'll just basically be chugging that shit.
Well, you'd have to stop eventually, otherwise.
That's true. I don't know, man. How much dick is enough dick,
God damn, yeah.
But yeah, I gotta play Alan Wake. And then I gotta play Control because Alan Wake and Control take place in the same universe. Yeah. But anyways, Angerfoot looks great. It's a first-person shooter where you kick things. And it's an indie game. If you look at Angerfoot, and like I said, it's a game where you just fucking like you kick shit, and you kick shit as hard as possible where things fly across the screen. Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to look at the list. Arc 2. Anybody ready for Vin Diesel Dinosaur Simulator?
I have not heard of that.
Yeah. They're making a sequel to Ark Survival Evolve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and Vin Diesel's development. In case you guys didn't know, Vin Diesel has a development studio because he's made like the Chronicle of Riddick games and stuff like that. And so Vin Diesel does have a game development studio that he owns. So him and he's not developing it because he's not a coder. He doesn't know anything about like how to put a game into a computer, but he loves video games. And if you like video,
so he's what? He's a gamer. He just plays them like us.
Yeah, dude, Vin Diesel's really big into video games. He played he plays a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and he likes playing Tekken a lot. But yeah, he's a gamer. Like when he was making if you never played the Chronicles of Riddick games, they're not being sold anymore. Unfortunately, you can find them on abandonware. No one's making money off these games, so at this point, just pirate them. Like I said,
be careful.
Well, hey, dude, it's a game that's not being sold anymore. So
yeah, but still Twitch or YouTube might have a fit. They might be like, "What the fuck? You can't do that."
I'm talking about pirates. The ones that sell the seas.
Arg.
Yeah, One Piece and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Sea of Thieves. There we go. That should throw the algorithm off a bit. But anyways, but yeah. Assassin's Creed Mirage, it's an Assassin's Creed game taking place in India. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since Black Flag was the last one I played, actually. I haven't played, what was it? I haven't played Syndicate. I did play a little bit of Unity, but not enough for me to basically say, oh, I played it. I played Unity when it was broken before they fixed it. Atlas Fallen, I don't know what that is. Avatar's Frontiers of Pandora. So they're making an Avatar game. I mean, there's a second Avatar game they made because they had made one for like
they made one for mobile. They made one for the 360 and
PS3. 360 PS3.
Well, they made multiple.
They made multiple. Yeah, because they made one for the Game Boy or DS and shit like that.
Yeah, they made one for like every console.
Yeah, but there's a second time they're actually making like an Avatar game. Yeah, because I miss the days that back in the day, whenever they made like a PS2 version of a game, or they made like an Xbox or an Xbox 360 or PS3 version, like even though the game was called the exact same thing and it had the exact same box art, when you popped the game in the console, it was a completely different game. For better or for worse, But Baldur's Gate 3. I never played a Baldur's Gate game, but this one looks pretty cool. I want to play games like Baldur's Gate, and I want to play games like Pillars of Eternity and shit like that, because I do like those top-down. One of my favorite top-down RPGs that's like that. It's on GOG. If you guys ever played or heard of Darkstone, it's a really good one. It's one that is unique because you get to control two characters at once. So you create two characters in the beginning of the game. So you can basically make like a fighter with an archer, or you can make, you know, a warrior with a healer. You know, you guys can make different types of classes to complement the other one. It was a game that came out during the PS1 era. When I was a kid, I played the PS1 port. I never played a PC port. I actually own the PC port, and the reason why I haven't played it is because it's one of those games where you have to go and you have to do certain fixes. The fixes aren't complicated. I just haven't got around to fixing it. I might stream it. You never know. I don't know how you guys feel about those type of RPGs. Sometimes I'm just gonna start streaming shit just to stream shit to see if, you know, if it sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biogun. So sometimes I might not even tell you guys I'm gonna stream this game. I might just stream the game and you guys are like, "What the hell are you playing?" And I'm like, "I'm playing this game." And then you guys can yeah.
Aren't you gonna stream Coded Arms?
I'm gonna try to stream it. I'll probably stream it. Maybe on, I don't know, on Sunday. Maybe
you're glad that I gave you that 60 FPS cheat.
Yeah, yeah. It might be the only PSP game. I might play Coded Arms too, you know, eventually. But there's a game I want to play on stream. It's a fun zombie game. It was made by the people who made Armed and Dangerous, Planet Moon Studios. It has that kind of quirky humor. It's not as funny as Armed and Dangerous, but it does have that humor. The name of the game is called Infected. I would like to play it on the channel or on stream. There's only one problem: the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is very heavy metal. So it has bands like Slipknot, Chimeria, Trivium. It has all these big name bands that, you know, that if I play it, you know, the record studios are gonna be like, "Nah, bro, nah." So that's the only reason why. And it's like, if I turn off the music, it's not going to be the same experience, because it's just going to be gunfire and just zombie noises. You know, the metal soundtrack really does add a lot to the action on screen.
Yeah.
Remember when I was playing Twisted Metal for, on Discord that one time for you to show you what the game was? And you were like, what if you play without music and stream it? I turned off the music.
And then you showed me, and it was fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was just because, you know, it's a PS1 game, and that's what cars sounded like on the PS1. And then every now and then you hear because of the missiles and then the gunfire, and you're like, this is really boring. And then the minute I turned on the music, didn't the game feel more exciting?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, music adds a lot to a video game experience, and it sucks that, I mean, in GTA you can get away with it, but it, you know, it does add a lot when you get into a car in GTA and you're listening to a song you like, you know, and you're running away from the cops, or you're basically just cruising around, or you're doing a mission and you're hearing like the character speaking and there's a song playing in the background. Like, it adds a lot to the experience. And when you turn off the music in a video game, it feels empty. You know, I play a lot of horror games, and sometimes I get creeped out because of the music. Like, I enter an area and the music sounds fucking creepy, and I'm like, oh, okay, this place is a bad place. You know, it happened to me. If you watch my recent Resident Evil 2 remake video that I just released, there's a part where I jump in the sewer. Not only does it look scary where I'm at and the monsters that are fighting, I'm fighting those big sewer fucking monsters, or I was, you know, that jump out of the water and they take a lot of hits to take down. Those things are freaking scary, because I don't want them to grab me, because it's just the fact they look scary, and I'm like, I don't want you to grab me, so I'm just, you know, I run away from them and I just fucking unload them with full of lead until they die. I mean, you're forced to kill these things because you're in a very narrow hallway and you can't get around them. They're like a very big creature, so you're forced to kill these things.
Yeah, you can't walk past them.
No, you can't. You have to kill them. But anyways, which it sucks, because it's a game that's encouraging you, even though I've been playing very recklessly on my Let's Play. Like, I've been literally like taking down every single zombie I've been seeing, you know, because I know I'm gonna backtrack areas, and the last thing I don't want is me backtracking, forgetting there's a zombie there. It happened to me once where I forgot there was a zombie, and the minute I opened the door, because I played a game very loud on my headphones, so when the door opened, the zombie went. The thing that scared me the most was the scream, because I just opened the door and I heard a very fucking loud scream, and then the zombie grabbed me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But it was the scream that scared me. It wasn't the fact that zombie grabbed me. It's that I opened the door and I just heard "Rah!" like really fucking loud in my ears, and that's what scared me. was the sound because it was really fucking loud. Because the game gets very quiet, and I opened the door and I just heard something screaming as loud in my ear, and it just made me do this. It was the sound that scared me, and that's the thing that scares me a lot in games. Is audio that scares me more than actual visuals. Because it'll be quiet, and then next thing there'll be a loud explosion, and it makes you jump, and then something happens on the screen, like a monster breaks open the door and it's fucking you up, and then there's that panic sensation where you're trying to get the monster off of you by wiggling the stick or something, or tapping the A button so you don't take damage. You get what I mean, right, Spectre?
Yeah.
I mean, you played that space, Whenever a necromorph grabs you, it's that panic where you're like, get off me, get off me, get off me. Where it's like, because you might not have a lot of health and you're about to die.
Yeah, then it's gonna rip your head off.
Yeah, and then you gotta play,
like,
and then you gotta play the last 5 minutes again.
It's better than playing the last 30 minutes.
Here's the thing: it's not that big. Yeah, scoring had terrible checkpoints, but anyways, the thing is that it's not that big of a deal. Losing like 5 or 2 minutes of progression is not that big of a deal when you're playing it by yourself. But when you're recording videos like I do, it's annoying because now I have to basically, like, for example, that final boss in Evil West, that thing took me a while. I died a few freaking times. I died maybe like 8 times, and I've only shown like maybe 4 deaths. Because after a while, I don't think it's fun basically just watching me die and be like, damn it, shit, like that.
Damn it.
Like over and over again, and you just see me dying, I don't think that's fun. When it's streaming, like, if I keep, like, when I was playing Resident Evil Nemesis, 3 Nemesis, like, I kept dying over and over again, but there's nothing I can do about that because it's live streamed. I can't just edit it while I'm streaming live,
Yeah, when are you gonna shave?
Very soon, actually, because the beard is getting annoying, and then plus, if you notice, I have to get the mustache hairs. I trim my mustache.
Oh, wait, hold on. When you shave, keep the mustache, but
I have to. You want me to look like a freaking,
get rid of
like,
the beard and let me see.
you want me to look like a sexual predator, bro? Just no beard and just a big ass fucking mustache. Yeah. All right. I don't know what battle bit, but it's getting. I don't know what battle bit is, but it's getting remastered apparently. Black Myth Wukong. That looks like a good. That's another Chinese, like, Dark Souls type game. It's based on the legend of Son Goku. Who's Son Goku? Well, it's not the guy from the anime Dragon Ball Z, even though that's his same name. But if you guys didn't know, Goku from Dragon Ball is actually based off a Chinese legend of a guy named Wukong, and Wukong, or Son Goku. Well, his name is not Wukong. That's just the name of the game. Son Goku is actually the Monkey King. He's this half man, half monkey guy with a pole that extends, and he basically has, like, I think, like, 77 different transformations. He can transform into like 77 different things. The number might be wrong, but it's something like that. Oh, and he flies around on a cloud named Nimbus. Yeah. Oh, it looks like.
What are you gonna do after the podcast?
X videos. No, just kidding.
Damn, Kev.
I don't know, man. I'll probably just go and basically just do a little bit of R&R. Do the Colorado activity, if you catch my drift. And,
yeah, sure.
And watch some TV, and then I'll probably just start recording the next batch of videos for today. We can probably play later. I'll record earlier. It's just that yesterday I after since the podcast didn't happen, I slept until like 5:30 my time in the afternoon. I woke up and I didn't start recording until 7, and that's why I couldn't play with you yesterday, like, anything, because I was like, I gotta record videos. So
yeah.
And then plus, I mean, like I said, I don't have an upload schedule. Like, I upload when I fucking upload. I'll upload at 3 a.m. I'll upload at 4 p.m.
It happens when it happens.
It happens when it happens, yeah. But just know that videos happen. I mean, you guys know. I usually pump out maybe 5 videos a week. 5-6 videos a week is usually what I pump out. But I'm gonna try to do the 4-game schedule, so like that is 2 videos a day of two different games, and I think I can keep up better than 5 series. I was trying to do too much with so little time is what I was trying to do. You know, I was experimenting. I'm like, let me add more variety to the channel. But the problem is that then the variety, and then, you know, the holidays happened. And then basically I had to start working more because, you know, my roommate
Even
is
though
not working. Yeah.
even though it should be the total opposite on the holidays.
Yeah. But either way, you know, there was only that 1 week I had off. And in that 1 week, I used it to mostly to catch up with Wolfenstein. But yeah, that series is going to end like in maybe 2 to 3 videos. Wolfenstein, the new Colossus. I'm already in Venus, so the game is practically over. I don't know that much of the game, but I look at the mission list, and there's like 5 missions left, and each mission is some missions basically are like 10 minutes long. Some of them are 30 minutes long, like the levels. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you're
depends.
definitely gonna you're definitely gonna have to limit the amount of series that you're currently
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna set it up to 4, and then eventually I'm going to set it down to 3 again, and then it will just be 3 videos, and then I can do it'll be 2 short games and 1 very long game because eventually I want to do things like Mass Effect because I've been
Not
asked.
not not Andromeda, right?
That's the one I'm gonna basically play first. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna no, I'm gonna play the Legendary Edition and just play through the trilogy. I'm not gonna do Andromeda. I'm just gonna play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3.
All right,
If
that'll be
people
interesting.
want Andromeda that much, I'll do it as a live stream. So like that, I can cringe. We can cringe live together.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do bad games as a let's play, like games that are basically like, you know, that are notoriously bad. I don't know if I want to do this as let's plays because I don't think people will watch them more unless like you can interact with me and basically be like WTF, LOL in the fucking chat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just buy Andromeda and burn it. I have to buy it digitally, and if I then that means I gotta burn my PC. So no thanks. Um yeah, I'm not gonna buy a physical copy. Who buys physical games nowadays? I
I
do.
mean, most PCs don't
Who
even have
who
flash
buy
drive
who
anymore.
buys physical copies anymore? Huh? Who does a crazy thing of buying physical copies of games anymore? Who does that? Who buys physical copies, huh? Who does that? Such a freaking boomer mentality of buying physical copies of games. I only buy physical Switch copies of games. I got too many fucking Switch games, and I here's the thing. I'm one of these people that I like collecting video games. I'll buy video games, you know, if they're cheap. Like I'll go buy the Xbox version, and then basically like, even though I own it on Xbox, if I see a Switch port, I want it on my Switch as well. And then basically, let's say I own the game on Xbox and Switch. For example, I own all the Resident Evil games. I own them on my Xbox, I own them on my Switch, and I own them on PC. I own all the Resident Evil games on 3 different platforms. Why? Because I want to show Capcom that, yo, bro, I love this fucking franchise. Keep making games and I'll keep buying them. You get what I mean? That's why I say don't pirate games. If you buy games, they will keep making them. And plus, people work hard for those games. You know, they should at least. I'm sure it makes a developer feel really good whenever they make a game and then they realize and then they hear that the game broke fucking like world records on the weekend or the game sold this much.
Sorry
Hey,
about that. I had to take care of that. That was like something I needed
that's
to
fine.
take care of.
That's fine. Well, we got through most of the release schedule. I'm just looking at the games
All right.
that.
So what months did I miss? We last was on February.
Oh, dude, we went
Let me.
through. We stopped at June because June is the only day. According to this list, June is the only day, or July is June is the only day that has release dates. We're looking at the games that don't have release dates now. So
Okay.
just to give a
So
just to give a quick
let me.
recap, just to give a quick recap.
I
So
have the list here. Let me just go through what I am excited for.
yeah.
Real quick, since y'all are Company Heroes 3. Out of RTS games, that was Spectre and Kev here. We talked about RTS games the other night. Out of like quote unquote RTS games, that series was pretty good. I like Men of War as well. So I am kind of excited for that one.
Oh,
Fuck
so that's what Men of
Destiny.
War is. It's a RTS series.
It's kind of like an RTS. It's like a top down.
The reason why I'm asking is because GOG had a sale, and I saw that they were selling the entire franchise, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
I don't think you can. I don't know what it specific. I don't think it specifically is like a classic RTS, like how the one that Spectre was telling us, but Empire War was, and how we were talking about Stellaris and Sins and all that.
Okay, so that's the last thing I think we spoke about. That was Fallen Order.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to see what the next Kirby game is. Kerbal Space Program 2, which, by the way, for the next 2 days, Kerbal Space Program 1 is free on Epic.
Yeah, I mentioned that already. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if y'all haven't grabbed that, grab it now.
Yeah, like I said, I don't. If you, I know a lot of people are basically have different feeling towards the Epic Game Store, but I always say this: a free game's a free game. So
yeah, 100%.
Yep, and then plus, like Spectre said, the game runs on its own launcher anyway, so it doesn't matter where you're playing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck the Last of Us remake. I could care less about the Last of Us as a series entirely.
Like I said, I will play I already told my audience I'll play the Last of Us.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll play the Last of Us for if two things happen. If the game gets super cheap, which PlayStation games normally don't. I mean the Days Gone was $16 and Spectre bought it for me, so he bought it for me just so I am now compelled to do a freaking Siphon Filter Let's Play.
Hell yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Fish salmon, boy.
No. That's
Fish salmon.
That
Fish salmon.
Fish salmon is no. That's a different franchise.
No. You got fish salmon. You got liquid lizard.
We're playing as we're gonna play as Leif Goldman.
Leif Goldman. Yes.
Leif Goldman. Yeah. Goldman. Yeah.
Let me finish this out. Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
the day before, apparently as a fake game, or like they did that whole trailer they dropped.
I heard about that.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's fucked up. I'm not looking forward to that.
I mean, I want to see what I'm not gonna buy. Well, I was just speaking to Spectre about it, and I was saying that I was describing to him that it's pitched as like Days Gone, but it's an open world like survival MMORPG type thing, and yeah, I'm like,
they Divisioned their trailer. Remember the Divisions trailer? How it was completely fucking fake.
I remember that. The same people who make Ark Survival Evolved. There was a game that was called Atlas, where the trailer looked amazing. The trailer looked like you had Sea of Thieves, but like so much expanded. Like there was like, I mean, the game has like there was like tornadoes and shit in the water. And there's like sea monsters. The game has
long story short, mobile game.
The game had all of that. The game had all of that in it, but it didn't look like it was in the trailer. The trailer made it look like a AAA like next gen experience, and then when you play the game looked like a PS2 game at best. And it's like, what happened? Like everybody likes to make fun of Ubisoft downgrades, but this game was the downgrade of the century. Like they sold you something, and when you bought it, you got like they sold you a Ferrari, and when you got it, you got a 1988 beat up Volkswagen Beetle, missing in it with no engine, just body.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
Body.
That's all you got.
Just a shell.
Just a shell.
Just a shell.
Yep. All right. So
I want to see what what's her name does for the next Bayonetta game. So that looks pretty cool.
Hey, Dark Crisis.
Hey, what's up, Dark Crisis?
And also the other ones that I am looking forward to in this list are Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Resident Evil 4 remake. That looks pretty cool. Crime Boss, Rocket.
Yeah, that looks like that's cool. A payday. It's a Payday clone. I'm looking forward to that though, because I like Payday.
As much as I'm annoyed at Payday because it's another one of those games that.
But this game has Chuck Norris in it though. Yo,
every game.
Wait.
Game
he's having issues.
Yeah, I mean this one looks actually good because the Payday.
All right, Drebin, we lost him. He was lagging. Drebin is not having a good day on stream today. All right, so while he's trying to fix his issues, let's go back to what I was talking about. So
imagine he's still talking right now.
There we go. Let's try it again.
There we go. Damn.
He got silent. Yeah.
Damn, he got twitched, bro.
He got twitched.
He got
Yeah.
basiled.
Yeah, but I love Payday. It's just I bought the Ultimate Edition, and then they released like 100 extra DLC, and then
Whoa, crisis.
Damn, dude. He almost got bit. A spider almost sucked his dick, bro.
Dark Crisis. What type of spider was it?
It was a dick spider, obviously.
But the other ones that I'm waiting for is Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, because I used to play.
I never played. I played the old school
played the-
Mega Man games. You know, I never played the Battle Network games.
I think Battle Network was the ones on Game Boy
Advance, yeah.
where it was like a fucking RPG.
It was a tactics game, yeah. Like you moved your, it was like a board and you moved your characters, and then you're supposed to. It was like 4D chess.
Oh no, then it's something different, because I used to play the RPG Mega Man games on the Game Boy Advance. I thought that's what that was.
I think that's what Battle Network is. That's the those are the games you've been playing.
All right.
But yeah, I only played like the old school Mega Man games, like the NES ones and the Super Nintendo ones. But yeah.
Dead Island 2. Speaking of which, we have to fucking
we're waiting for Spectre.
I bought it.
We're waiting for we already spoke about this on the stream, and I mentioned that we're gonna play it for the channel. We're gonna live stream it. I think we're gonna live stream it because it's one of those games that we're gonna be walking around and just fucking about.
Right.
So
what, the forest?
No, the Dead Island. But we already spoke about it. We're waiting for this man that's underneath me right here. The man that is afraid to show his identity, even though he sends me pictures and people know what he looks like. But anyways, the reason why he's not showing his face is because his webcam is shit. That's what he tells us.
Yes,
you should just be a VTuber.
Yeah, man, make yourself into a sexy anime girl, man, or something.
What? No, I'll be Gabe Gogan.
There you go. Yeah, have somebody make you an avatar that's Gabe Logan and just have Gabe Logan sitting. Actually, it'd be pretty cool. I'd be like, yo, guys, Gabe Logan himself made it.
I guess Forza Motorsport. Now I'm on the ones that haven't been announced yet. Forza Motorsport. I like those games.
Wait. We were just there. So we were just there. So yeah. So a PNG YouTuber.
I have a PNG. So, I'm waiting on a new set because I recently, as of like the middle of last year, I won a contest, but the artist, he's just been having trouble with something.
I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to this game that's called Bum Rush Cyberfunk. If you guys don't know what that is, it's somebody essentially decided, well, if Sega's not going to make another Jet Set Radio game, we're going to make our own.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's what it's called. It's called Bum Rush Cyberfunk. It's a stupid title, but it looks pretty cool because that's exactly what it is. It's just it's a Jet Set Radio game that's made by an indie developer. Yeah.
Then I'll be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah. Brumble the Mountain King. That I forgot what that was called. I mean, I forgot what that was, but I think that's a roguelike. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Day one, baby. We're gonna be sweating on our cell phones.
Nah.
Yeah. I played Call of Duty Mobile when it first came out back in 2019. I haven't played it since. I played it for like 2 months when it first dropped, and I'm like, after I got my because I haven't played Call of Duty in years, and I'm like, oh man, it'll be awesome. And this was a point in my life where I wasn't really playing video games. Mobile games don't count. I'm sorry.
Right.
When I open up like Bejeweled, that doesn't count as me gaming. That just counts as me taking a shit. But anyways, actually, there was this Nerf game that I shared with Spectre. There's this Nerf first-person shooter that I found on Android, and it's actually pretty fun. I haven't spent a single dime. Yeah.
It's Nerf for nothing.
Exactly, that's what I said. Right. It's either I play Nerf or I play nothing at all. But let me see. Crash Team Rumble. That's like a Crash Bandicoot, like
fighter.
Like a It's a PvP game. It's like a 4 versus 4 game, and there's objectives and shit on the map. And
so it's a fucking MOBA? Oh, gross.
I don't think
Crash MOBA?
I don't think it's a MOBA. Ooh. I don't think it's a MOBA per se because No, because the MOBA has like the MOBA has the 3 lanes, and then you have minions with you and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like I think it's more like a battle arena game. There's like what I
Okay.
mean by battle arena, I think it's just an arena, and then basically it's like there's an objective. It's like I think it's like collect the team that collects the most Wampa fruits wins, and and obviously like you have players beating the shit out of each other for their fruits and crap like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I
shit
got you.
like that. Like it's not a MOBA. It's like it's not. It's what do you have against MOBAs anyways?
Fuck League. Fuck Dota. Fuck them all.
Damn, dude, you suck. I used to play Dota. I don't play it
Uh,
anymore because
League is
Loser.
trash, bro. The only good thing about League was Arcane, bro.
yeah,
That was it. That was it. Fucking League is trash. League
Hey,
can
if I
eat
if
it.
I if I wanted to go play a MOBA, I'd load up my PS1 and go play Future Cop.
you know what's my favorite?
Right.
You know what actually is my favorite MOBA? That I actually like a lot. Have you guys ever played Smite?
I heard about that.
Smite.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Smite is actually good. Smite. I like the one thing I like about Smite because if you things like Dota and League of Legends, the camera's always asymmetrical. It's always in the fucking sky. With Smite, it's a third person, so the camera's behind you. And
Right. So it's an actually seems cool MOBA is what you
it actually is. It plays well because you basically, I mean, it's like a hack and slash. You walk around, you select a guy, you beat the shit out of people, and of course you have the little minions and shit that you have to escort so you can destroy towers and stuff like that. Like it still plays like a MOBA. It's just it plays completely different when the camera's behind your character.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we can try it out one day. It's free. You can just download it and play maybe for 30 minutes, and if you don't like it, uninstall.
Dude.
That's if you want to. I'm not gonna force you to play a game you don't want to. You know.
No. These these Yakuza games. I know we're not to it yet, but there's like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Not only do they have that fucking Ishin game coming out,
Ishin looks
but
cool.
but this other one that it's not been announced yet, but it's on this list.
Well, the thing is
I'm
that
like,
Ishin has been around. Ishin released 2 years ago. Actually,
but it's now releasing on PC. Is that what it
no,
is?
Ishin was a Japanese exclusive. You can only play it in Japan. It's being
Oh,
released
got you.
It's being released worldwide now.
Got you. Yeah. Well, look, I love the Yakuza games because the first one I ever played was 4 because a friend of mine had it on PS3
I
and
want to
he let
play.
me borrow it.
You know what? I want to play him for the channel, but I already told we were having this whole discussion about how the problem we were actually I was just talking about this when you actually left.
I'll play him on Twitch. I'll fucking stream him. I
Yeah,
won't do. It'll probably be easier to do it that way, to be honest. Or
yeah, I probably just streamed the Yakuza games because they're pretty long, and the problem is that here's the problem with the Yakuza games that I have. There's parts in the game where you can't I know there's parts in the game where you can't mute the music. For example, like
right.
the dance club scenes. You can't mute the music. And the problem with it is that I don't speak Japanese natively. So since I don't speak Japanese natively and I don't listen to Japanese music other than if I'm watching anime and then that's the intro or the outro. I mean there are some anime themes that I actually listen to even though I don't know the words unless I'm reading the lyrics. But there are
Right.
some anime themes are a bop. And even though the person's like speaking in Japanese, I'm like
The Evangelion song. The
it's the
fucking
same. I mean,
Cowboy
it's the same
Bebop
thing with
song.
Ramenstein. People like Ramenstein, and you don't.
Yeah, fucking Ramstein.
Yeah,
Du hast mich.
yeah. And the
I don't
thing
know
is
what
that
that fucking means.
oh, it means you hate me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Du hast mich means you hate me. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I listen to this band, Ramstein, but the problem is that I don't speak fucking German, but I still like their music. It still kicks ass. But yeah, but yeah.
There's another game there's 4 games.
Oh wait. Just to finish real quick. The problem with Yakuza is that there's some music I can't mute, and the problem is that when it comes to Japan, they're not like the United States where we have free, we have a fair use laws. In
Right,
Japan,
right.
in Japan, there few fair use laws doesn't exist, and Japanese companies are well known of nuking fucking YouTube channels to the other side of the planet, to their side of the planet. But that's why for example, like if I'm playing GTA, Like I can get away with the music not being played. Yeah, sure. If I enter a nightclub and I have the NPCs basically like, or the strip club and the NPCs are doing this, yeah, it looks awkward because they're supposed to be bumping to music that I have turned off. But in Yakuza, when some of these missions are mandatory where you're supposed to dance in a nightclub. So when you dance in a nightclub, there's a Japanese pop song playing in the background, and it's like I can't mute it because the developers basically they decided that you need to hear this music.
Yeah.
They worked really hard on making not only making this animation dance scene, but they paid a lot of money to get this Japanese artist song. So you're gonna listen to it. Yeah,
For sure.
and that's the thing. I don't want basically like I don't know Universal Music of Japan. Looking the algorithm finding my video, and then basically they hear a Japanese song was like blah, 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 and then they're all of a sudden like copyright claimed. And it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of the video or whatever. Oh wait, Japan doesn't like to claim videos. They like to strike videos.
Yeah, full on strike.
Yeah, they do copyright strikes, and 3 strikes you're out on YouTube. So I might not even
Yeah.
play Yakuza on the channel. I might just basically just play it on my own time and be like, yeah, that was a good franchise. I wish I could play it on the channel, but the Japanese companies are like, no. But anyways,
if you're gonna stream games that have music or just play a game and put a Spotify playlist on Twitch, make sure you turn off save VODs like for the site. Like you can save the VOD and like upload it to Utreon, like if you're like simultaneously streaming and recording. But I'm just saying because like if you
Utreon doesn't allow. I spoke to one of the guys on Discord.
no Twitch.
Okay,
Oh,
I just wanted to let you know I spoke to one of the guys on the Utreon Discord, and they don't and through their terms and conditions they do not allow multi-streaming. If you're gonna stream on Unitron that day, you gotta stream that day. You can't stream on Unitron, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Like,
just letting you know.
I'm talking. I know about that one, but I'm talking about like for Twitch, the site settings. If you turn off save VODs, then
Yeah, I know.
You can stream with music and all that, and play Yakuza and all that. But like if you're gonna
save the VODs. I will have to put on Unitron because
or Rumble, whatever.
or Rumble because YouTube will be like nah. But anyways, but yeah, continue. What was the 4 unannounced games or the ones that don't have a release schedule that you were looking forward to?
Fucking the Warhammer games, like the Dark Tide, which is it's currently out right now, but like Dark Tide, fucking
Space Marine 2.
Space Marine 2. Speaking of which, shameless plug, I just finished Space Marine 1 recently on my channel, so
go watch it. Go watch it, guys. Go watch it. Go watch his Let's Play. It's pretty good. Yeah, go watch it. It's like I said, no shit. I shamelessly plug my shit all the time here so people can watch it. So the point of the fact that having my friend here was not only because I like to talk to him, but check him out, guys. He's right there. He's right there.
Go check out Spectre stuff as well.
Yeah, he listens. But Spectre's
he might get nuked soon.
Yeah, but it's not like he cares.
No.
Man. It's not like I'm gonna tell Sony when I'm doing my Let's Play. I'm gonna tell Sony that someone is stealing their music and is claiming it to be theirs.
He's not even claiming that.
Crap.
He's just
uploading
it because he's for the fuck. You do it for the just like was it history of it, isn't it?
Preservation.
Preservation. Yeah, he's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Everspace 2 looks
Trigger.
good. Road Trigger, I don't know what that is.
It's like it's the Warhammer 40K. It's like if you play like the tabletop, it's like their tabletop because Warhammer 40K is like a battle game usually, but their Rogue Trader is like their version, their like Warhammer 40K D&D like type game actually.
I see.
So it's an actual role play.
They're making a lot of. I know that Warhammer is just like, they're the publishing company and they have a whole bunch of developers just working on different games. But yeah, they have a lot of games coming out for that franchise this year.
Yeah. I want to play Dark Tide so bad, but I have to wait until I get my next PC.
Exo Primal looks pretty cool. It's a 4-player co-op for third-person shooter by Capcom, and it basically, instead of being a zombie horde shooter, You're fighting basically hordes of dinosaurs.
Oh, I think this is the reason why they took out the fucking Leatherface from Dead by Daylight. He's got his own game coming out, apparently. It's not announced yet, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah.
it's gonna
I
be a
wonder
game.
when I wonder and that's funny because it's funny that they took away Leatherface, but then Ash, I mean, they still have Ash Williams from the Evil Dead
Right.
as a playable character, even though, you know, the Evil Dead game exists.
I think because that company that owns that IP actually wants him and everything. So like they don't give a
Yeah, I
shit.
mean, there is a new Evil Dead movie coming out. They announced.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing about that. No Ash, no peace. It's not gonna have Ash. Fuck it.
Did you see the reboot? Because I thought the reboot was pretty, even though
I saw the Ash vs. Evil Dead.
no,
and
no,
I
not
love
not not that. I'm
was-
talking about the one that they made, the other movie they made without Ash Williams.
That was all right. I mean, for what it was. I mean, but it's still like
'Cause is this movie going to be a sequel to the reboot, or is it supposed?
probably. That's what I'm saying. No Ash, no peace, man. Fucking.
That's fine. I don't mind
no,
that as long as it's a good movie. Here's the thing: as much as I like Ash Williams, I like the Evil Dead for the mentals. So you know, as long as they
Right.
respect the, and I know. Well, the thing is that it's gonna have Sam Raimi and what's his name, and Bruce Campbell is basically going to be an executive producer. So they're
Oh, I know
involved.
that. Yeah, I know that.
That's fine. As long as they're involved, as long as Sam Raimi's involved in the project, I know it's in good hands. You know, yeah, sure,
same.
sure. It will be awesome if we had Sam, Ash Williams in it, but it's not gonna be a deal breaker for me. I'm gonna watch the movie. The one thing I am pissed off about is that they ended freaking Ash versus the Evil Dead. They just ended it. Like he went to the future, and it's like the show was over, and it's like what the fuck. But anyways, by the way, I have that game on Epic, so we need to play it sometime. You know the new one that just came out?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Everspace 2. I played the original Everspace and I thought it was a good time. I don't know, I like space. I like games that I just fly around in space. By the way, Vendetta Online, you guys have to try it sometime. If you guys like it's like Eve Online without the bullshit.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
played Eve.
Yeah, it's like Eve without the bullshit, without the whole spending thousands of dollars on spaceships. You can't do that, and you cannot do that in Vendetta Online. The only monetization that game has is like a.
Can you make your own ships in Vendetta?
Not that I know of so far. Maybe it's a member thing because there is like an optional. Well, there's two subscriptions. There's a light $1 subscription where you basically it's like a trial to to the premium. You can pay $1 a month, and then basically see what premium feels like. If not, then it's $10 a month. And
It's cross-platform.
it is cross-platform. Yeah,
Vendetta Online is it also has a mobile port.
I have played a mobile port before. It's not bad. It's just it's a little bit wonky because it's touch controls. Of course, if you had a Bluetooth controller, it has Bluetooth controller support. But what I like to do is that I like to play the PC version and I like to play it with a controller because the game also has VR support too.
Oh, can you edit your weapons, like your armament?
Your loadout,
armament?
yeah. But I don't think you can create your own ships. Well, here's the thing: Vendetta Online is a game from 2002.
Okay, damn. I guess I'll just choose the coolest looking fucking.
Yeah, we can play it. I can start a new character and we can play it. There's 3 factions, and then we can decide what faction we want to play as. Yeah. But yeah, it's and there are safe zones, so you're not being attacked all the time. You only get attacked if you go to the dangerous zones.
And then just give it whatever weapons I want. Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah.
We'll be space miners.
Yeah, you can mine space. You can basically get a fighter jet. Like I said, there was one time where I was playing the game, and basically I saw this big ass freaking ship. This ship was huge. It was like a cruiser class type ship. It just basically warped into the area that I was in, and then it had like fucking 7 escort fighters that were players. I don't know if the big ship was a player or not, but the people that were escorting the ship were players. And the thing is and then I stayed my distance because obviously if I were to get close to the ship, they would start attacking me because they would think that I'm playing as a space pirate trying to, steal whatever cargo that big ship has.
I want to be a space pirate, dude.
You can do it.
I like being criminals in space games.
Yeah, you
They're
can
like
be space
it's the
pirates.
most fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a free to play game. It does, like I said, it has two optional. It has a $10 subscription and it has a $1 subscription. It's optional. You don't have to play it. But the thing is that, it locks certain quests and content if you do pay it. But what I always do with those type of games is that, because I did it with RuneScape back in the day, you play the free version first, you exhaust all the free shit, and if you like the game that much, support the developers and give them $10. And then you get more game. Yeah. And then you get more game. Yep.
Is Vendetta on browser or Steam?
It's not on Steam. Vendetta. You gotta download Vendetta. You gotta download the launcher from their actual website. Create an account on their website. And the cool thing about Vendetta is a game that's been around since 2002, and it's made on their own proprietary engine. It's called the NOS engine. So, and the thing is that it is so well optimized. It is super well optimized.
Have they been updating it ever since?
Yeah. They update it.
Graphical improvements and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the game can be ran on anything, dude. It looks good. I mean the graphics of the game. I mean, it's gonna look like an upscaled PS2 game. It looks good for what it is. It looks really good for what it is.
Okay, as long as it's badass, I don't give a shit what the game looks
I like the game. I haven't complained. It's slow and tedious because it's one of those space games, so be prepared for that. But once you get the groove into things,
it's slow. Is it slow paced? Like what?
It's slow paced because there's a lot of mechanics they throw at you in the beginning, and you're trying to learn the game. And then after you learn the game, it becomes a good time because
is it literally just gonna be Eve Online but no bullshit?
Yeah,
like you just said. Same thing.
Yeah, because all you do is you can't get off your ship. You can dock your ship and space stations and refuel and basically take on quests and basically sell shit and buy shit, but you're always a spaceship. You're always going to be in your pilot seat. Unless you stop at a docking station, then then there's a menu and then you navigate what you want in the menu, but you go back outside and you're flying through space. Just like Eve,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm creating an account right now.
Gotcha. All right, so Forza Motorsport, that's supposed to be a reboot, right, of the Motorsport franchise?
Is it?
Yeah, because
I thought it was like they were just like going Forza Motorsport for 8. If it's a reboot, well, I mean that sounds pretty cool.
I think it's a reboot. Here's the thing, because the problem with the Motorsport franchise kind of fell off for a little bit.
It did, like after
and then
7 was bad.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the problem, and then Horizon kind of just took over.
Horizon's is good.
Though. Yeah, it is good, but the thing is that so Horizon, like the Horizon franchise. If you guys are not familiar with Forza, the Horizon franchise is like a better it's like a better Need for Speed.
It is.
Yeah, whereas like the Motorsport franchise is like a better Gran Turismo.
That's true.
And that's the thing. I don't hate Gran Turismo, but I hate the fact of how they handle the latest release with all the microtransactions and shit. If they would have just released, they fucked it up. Yeah, because not only do you have microtransactions, but with GT8 or whatever they called it, you always have to be online. If your console's offline, you can't play it.
You know what's the dumbest thing?
What's that?
Paying full price for a AAA game, but there's still microtransactions.
Yep, and online checks and everything. So yeah, even with a PC game, it doesn't have to be a console game. If a PC game is pulling that bullshit, I'm gonna call it out for what it is. All right, guys. Well, we're actually a little bit,
we're reaching the 2:30 mark.
Yeah, so let's wrap this up real quick. I don't know I always wanted to play Front Mission games, but they are remastering Front Mission 1 and 2, from like the PlayStation days, and they're remastering it. And they're pretty much strategy mech games. Since you were talking about those tactic games, Drebin, you'll probably like Front Mission because it's that those type of games where you have a board and you got to move your units, strategically, so like that they can fight each other in the battlefield.
Right.
It's not an RTS. It's one of those turn-based things.
Yeah, it's like that's what Company Heroes and Men of War is really.
I don't think we're ever gonna. I don't think Luke. I don't think we're ever gonna get another Fear game, and the reason why is because the original Fear. Well, the original Fear is under the original Fear. It was a collaboration effort between, I think, Universal and basically Warner Brothers at the time, It's the same thing with the first Condemned. The first Condemned was a collaboration effort between Sega and Warner Brothers, and the because I only played the first Fear, and I never played the expansions. I'm gonna do a Fear franchise on the channel soon. After I get through everything else I'm playing, but it maybe in the next month or so I'll start Fear. But anyways, the thing about it, in case you didn't know, Fear 2 was not supposed to be a Fear game.
Damn.
No, because when Fear 1 came out, so Vivendi, Universal, which Vivendi was Universal's it was their gaming publisher. Eventually Vivendi sold all their assets and stuff to Activision. But the problem is that when they made the original Fear, it was Warner Brothers and Universal that basically like did 50-50 on it. So whenever basically Vivendi was going out of business, Warner Brothers wanted to make a sequel. So what happened was that Vivendi was like, we're not going to let you basically get the Fear name. So what Warner Brothers did is that, okay, we'll make our own sequel, but it's not going to be a Fear sequel. It's going to be like a spiritual successor. The original game was supposed to be called, that's why Fear 2 is called Fear 2 Project Origin, because the game was going to be called Project Origin. But then Warner Brothers, I think they got I think they might actually own the franchise rights, but they got the franchise rights back, and then they slapped the Fear 2 name on it, and it added Anya to the game, because Anya was not in the game originally. And then of course, and then they made Fear 3. And that's it. And then the franchise died. You got like franchises where they start out strong, and then the second game is either good or is mid, and then the third game is like, and then everybody just moves on. What was another franchise that did that? Army of Two.
Yeah, here's the thing about Army of Two.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that fucking series was good up until like they did the cliffhanger, like they made it so like that you thought the Salem died, but then he comes back as a bad guy.
Yeah, and the Devil's Cartel.
That was fucking trash. Like fuck that. Fuck them for that. I'm glad it's dead.
You know what's funny? Because Visual Games is the one that developed the third and final Army of Two game.
Of course. Yeah. They got canned after that recent.
Yeah, a lot of people like to say that Dead Space 3 was the final nail in the coffin. It wasn't. It was actually Army of Two, the Devil's Cartels, when EA was like, all right, everybody's fired. Because they used to make bangers. Besides the Dead Space games, they also made Dante's Inferno, and Dante's Inferno is a great fucking game.
It's boy tits.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. I might like what I'm planning on doing is that I'm gonna probably do the Unitron uncensored version, and then if I do upload it on YouTube, then of course it's gonna be heavily censored. Anytime there's tits on the screen, there's gonna be a fucking blur bar, and I'm sorry, boys. And that's when I can actually. That would be a great opportunity for me to basically plug my Unitron and be like, if you want to see these tits.
Go on, Utreon.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, boy.
If you want to see tits, pay me $5 a month, and I'll give you tits, boy. And then
you might actually have to put it behind it's like got nudity or whatever. You might have to put it behind the subscription as opposed to just having it on Utreon.
You know what? Here's the thing about Utreon. I started releasing now my Punisher. I'm sure you noticed that I'm releasing Punisher videos now because
I have to check because I know you was having trouble releasing the
Punisher
Wolfenstein.
The Wolfenstein videos for some reason, even though they're already uploaded, Unitron would not release them, and I don't know why. I keep basically unlisting them, putting them private, scheduling it, and basically making them public, and they don't show up. I don't understand why they're not publishing that franchise.
Maybe it fucking hates the Nazi shit in it. That's
maybe, but here's the thing about Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein, okay, the original game has 2 sex scenes in it. But listen, because there is an option in the rating where you can put it. But here's the thing. If that was an issue, then they shouldn't have that as an option. But since it's not an issue on their platform, because here's the thing. The sex scenes in those games, it's not like I'm putting a full-blown fucking porn where you can see basically penetration and shit. What it is...
It's like Road to Hell Retribution type shit.
They don't even
show... It's R-rated.
They don't show tits.
I see.
No, like basically it's like you know the first time basically there's a sex scene. Anya is writing basically you know she's writing basically you like the camera's like in the other corner in the room and it's kind of, you know, but you can see that she's writing BJ, but you see her back, so it's like it's suggestive.
I see.
And the same
Okay.
thing, there's another scene where he's doing her missionary, but again you see her from the back and you see her holding her legs, but you know, and the sex scene only lasts like 10 seconds.
I
So it's
see,
like, you know,
okay.
it's like it's the same kind of material you see in a rated R film. But rated R film will show you tits. This game doesn't show you tits.
Right, I got you.
So it's less
Also,
rated R.
Yeah,
so
it's I
just
guess
to
like
let you know,
PG
just to let
13.
you
I
know,
don't know what.
yeah, just to
It's
let you know
PG-13.
what
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean PG
see,
13
what I
now.
can see on your. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just trying to let you know what I can see on your video section on your Utreon is currently Twisted Metal 1, your live stream of it. Half-Life 2 number 2, number hold on.
I gotta do.
Half-Life 2
That's the thing
number
about you.
2 and number 9.
Yeah,
It's
nice,
so
nice.
it's so inconsistent.
It's it. That's why I hate the website, and that's
No,
what.
you know why it is. It's okay, so I'm just going to
Yeah,
let you know
you told me. You told me
what
what it is. It's the fact that if a video is over an hour long, it has
yeah,
trouble.
it doesn't sync, it sometimes doesn't sync at all.
It's stupid, dude. It's I hate. You know what
I
it.
hate it too.
And you know what I. Besides that, you know what's the one thing I hate about that website? So when I go into my creator's dashboard on YouTube, everything is in order, and I know exactly where to find everything. When I go to Unitron, and I go to my video list of my uploads, I'll have I have basically the ending of Treasures of Deep.
Yep.
I have number 2 of Wolfenstein there.
Number 9.
Then I'll have number 9 of Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Then I have basically the first episode of Treasures of the Deep, Punisher episode 1, Treasures of the Deep bonus, Wolfenstein 3, Wolfenstein 9, and it's like, dude, it's so, and there's no way to sort it.
You know what you can do? Because I know, look, I know we did the Utreon experiment with your shit, okay?
It sucks. I hate that. I might do Rumble because
But
that website's garbage,
Rumble,
dude.
yeah, I was gonna say Rumble's actually
So
getting
bad,
better.
bro.
Compared to Utreon, Rumble's actually bettering their UI and shit.
And not only that, people actually know what Rumble is because people have been, you know, the one YouTube alternative that my roommate and I had other YouTubers recommend me. Everybody's been saying Rumble. When I say Unitron, when I say Utreon, people were like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's when I know I gotta basically like do a different platform." Yeah.
Just do them both, and like if fucking Utreon goes by the wayside, fucking.
You know what's funny? Because my Treasures of the Deep videos have gotten more views on Utreon. But here's the thing. The problem is that with Utreon, yeah, it tells me I'm getting views, but I don't know what my watch time is because they don't give you that information. So I can say that my view did like 500 views, and it could have been people who clicked on it, saw the first
clicked off.
Saw the first 2 minutes and be like, "Oh my god, this game looks like ass," and then just basically and be like, "I don't want to watch this." I mean,
to be honest, I might just say fuck Utreon, and like if y'all want to go to Rumble, we could like fucking just. Like,
I mean, Rumble I think is a better alternative. I mean, people know about Rumble, then that means there's more people on Rumble.
Gotcha. Well, we're getting sidetracked. So
no, this is the other things other than games.
That's true.
Now.
That's true. I mean, because that's really. Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I would like to play that.
The movie, it's like that 80s cringe.
It is. That's the best part about the movie. All right, if you guys never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So there is a movie. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. This movie was made as a fucking joke when they first made it. So there's a horror film where the main bad guys are alien clowns. And what do the alien clowns do? Well, their spaceship is a circus tent. So they come out of the circus tent and they kidnap people and they eat them. How do they eat the people? They turn the people to cotton candy. And then they eat them. There's a scene in the movie, my favorite scene, and it's one of the most creative scenes in any horror film. There's a scene where there's like a family of like 4 people. And they're like walking down a dark alley for some reason. And there's one of the alien clowns that comes up. And then the alien clown starts doing like little, he starts doing shadow puppets on the wall. And the family is looking at the shadow puppets and they're like, they're clapping. They're like, oh, wow, this is cool. At one moment, he makes a shadow puppet of a T-Rex, and the shadow of the T-Rex starts eating the family.
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, this movie's bonkers. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's one of those movies where it's classified as a horror movie, but it's mostly a comedy. When people die, you're gonna be laughing instead of being like, "Oh my god, that's scary,"
I'm bleeding.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those movies that when the monster kills people, you start laughing instead of being like, "Wow, that was fucked up."
It's like what is it? Scary movie.
Yeah, like I said,
what's your favorite scary movie?
I think it was a parody of alien films, but yeah, like I said, if you've never seen this movie, go see Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You can find it anywhere nowadays. It's a movie from like '86. They're making a video game about it. I think it's made by the same people who made the Friday the 13th game.
Damn, I wish that game didn't die.
Me neither, because that game was fun.
Screw the old motherfucker that
that owns it. Yeah, he owns the fun. Yeah, it's the IP holder rights. So pretty much it's a legal battle between the guy who created Friday the 13th and the people who own the rights to it. The guy who owns it, even though he sold the rights years ago, he's trying to basically, he's trying to get the rights back. I guess after like 30 years, he figured out that this franchise was super popular, and he's like, there's all this money I'm missing out on, and I created a character. I want my character back. And because of that legal fucking thing that happened, the Friday the 13th game died out. They did make that one Predator game, Hunting Grounds, that it was supposed to be a Sony exclusive, but then they ported it over to PC, and I heard mixed things about it. They did add.
If you want to delete your Utreon account, email delete at utreon.com.
That's the thing I hate too. I hate the fact that in that website you have to email support it. Like for example, when you start that website, if you want to basically have the privilege to upload, you have to basically it's not like how in YouTube you just upload a video and be done with it. No, you gotta contact email support and be like, can you please give me creator status? I wanna upload videos, and then it takes them like 2 weeks for them to be like, all right, cool, we updated your creator now. All right, now when it comes to streaming, can you guys please give me streaming privileges? I want to be able to stream. And they give you like a fucking survey for you to basically like. It's same thing when you want to ask for the privilege to upload. They ask you a service like, what platforms are you in? Do you have any social media platforms? How often do you upload? What are you gonna do with Unitron? Like, how is Unitron gonna benefit your brand? Like, they ask you like 20 different questions. It's like, dude, just let me upload.
Yeah, but all these talk about Rumble when it comes to streaming is you have to get a premium membership. That's about it. But
Well,
like,
I won't. I probably won't stream on Rumble.
Twitch.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah,
won't stream
on Twitch for now. Until because I will probably stream to Rumble eventually, but I just don't have the money right now. But so just gonna use Twitch for that. I sent an email to delete my Utreon account just now because I was just like,
yeah.
eh.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky has I follow Rocky on Utreon too, but I just watch his videos on YouTube instead of there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the sad part is like YouTube is so ubiquitous.
The thing is
at this point in its life, it's like
it's the same thing with Twitch.
You're just used to going on there to watch videos.
You know what, man? It's the same thing. Like, not only are you used to it, it's easy to navigate. You've been using it for a long time, so you know where everything is. It's easy to upload. Like I said, that's the one thing I hate about YouTube. I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube because I love YouTube because they make things easy, but then they make things hard as well.
That's true.
So, that's the thing. Like, it's an awesome platform if it wasn't so restricted.
That's true.
Because it has all the tools you need. It gives you all the numbers you need to know exactly if your content is good or not. It gives you a graph of knowing exactly what parts of the video people find boring or what parts they find exciting. It gives you all that info. All right.
Oh, we did.
We're probably going to have to end the stream, bro, because this guy has been having issues. Yeah, Drebin's been having issues the whole stream. Well, anyways, guys, I think this is a good part to end it. Don't you agree, Spectre?
Yeah, I mean, it's already like
it's
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost 3 hours. All right. Hey, Drebin. It's good, man. We're almost 3 hours in. We're going to end the stream because not only are you having internet problems, but it's almost 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours, and we really ran out of things to talk about when it comes to our anticipated games. So, I mean,
All right.
Well, the thing is that most of it is vague, and and a lot of these titles, I have no. If they're not advertised, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
I can't know what every single indie game is.
All right. So I guess we'll just do our outro then.
Yeah, this was certainly a first stream,
It
Tyler.
was. I mean, I tried my best, guys. I'm sorry. It's the first time I've been on this platform. I'm so used to doing things on the YouTube side of things, and plus, I was using OBS to live stream. Now I'm using Streamlabs, which is a lot better because the thing I like about Streamlabs is that they have the chat. I'm not looking at the screen where before I will have to look at the screen where
I have the Twitch app open on mine.
yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, Kev. What about Star Citizen?
Scam Citizen.
yeah. I mean that was my most anticipated game back in 2012, bro. It still is. It still is. I'm anticipating that. You know what? I always wanted to play. I never put money down in that game. I know a lot of people. Yeah.
I couldn't because I was no way for me to run it. It needs like 400 gigs per fucking SSD. It's like, no, fuck you.
Damn, it needs that much? Fuck. Okay, I probably won't play it then.
I was over exaggerating, but I'm just.
Yeah, because I mean, I will believe it because you gave me what do you call it? You gave me Arma, and Arma's like 200 gigs just to get all the mods and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. Like that's fine because like I want to get you in on that eventually, but I want to get you more into Ready or Not first because like you're more of like you don't like the open.
It's too boring, man. And everything is too spaced out. And not only that,
it's just a lot of travel is what it's gonna be. But
the one thing
we play Ready or Not's like close in fucking.
And the one thing I don't like about like going back to like the original Ghost Recon games, the one thing I don't like about games is whenever like I understand snipers are a thing, but the thing is that when you're playing these tactical shooters that it's an open space, you're spending hours like just basically like making the perfect plan, and then you're executing it, and you're like, all right, and then you're like 30 minutes into a mission and you get shot from someone and you don't know where the fuck they're at. You got shot from like hundreds of yards away and you're like, I don't even know what killed me, bro. I don't even know where he is. I don't know where the sniper is. Whereas if you play something like Rainbow Six or Ready or Not, it's all about moving through buildings. So there's that tension of, if I open this door, am I gonna get schwacked or not?
That's true.
So it's all about that's why I like those games, because it's about like it's an advanced game of hide and seek.
Yeah,
with guns.
The good thing about Arma though, but it's only just recently, like at the actual tail end of its life now. People are making mods to fix a lot of the issues. If you've watched my series on Arma, a lot of the issues that me and the homie Kyle we have been having with them, like fucking poking out through walls, shooting us through walls, seeing us through foliage and shit.
By the way, that new SpongeBob game looks pretty hype. Cosmic Shake.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I love the SpongeBob games.
Me too.
That remaster of like that
Battle Bikini Bottom was pretty good.
Yeah, because like that, I remember playing that on my uncle's PS2. There was like another one that came after it, wasn't it? It was like kind of the same thing.
There was a bunch of there was like 5 other SpongeBob games that came out after. There's a bunch of them. Redfall looks pretty cool. That's gonna be Ninja Theory's first. Actually, they had a game that just came out that was for Xbox, but it's gonna be like the real like. It's supposed to be like a 4-person, like I guess Borderlands type game, but without the cringe humor, and we're vampires. Well, RoboCop Rogue City looks cool. It's a first-person shooter where you play as RoboCop.
All right, so should we do the outro now? We just
I'm just
plug our shit and all that.
Yeah, I'm just looking real quick, and The Wolf Among Us 2. I never played I never beat the first game.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I never beat the first one, so it might be a Let's Play at some point. That might be the only Telltale game I play on the channel, because the only one I'm interested in. I did do The Walking Dead season 1 like years ago when it was popular, the whole thing with Clementine and Lee. I did that a while ago, and I did a little bit of season 2. Actually, I did season 2, but I didn't give a fuck about. Oh, and I did the DLC like 419 days. But after that, I just didn't give a fuck about, The Walking Dead as a franchise anymore. But yeah. Anyways, If you guys are here for the first time, or if you're watching the VOD, you guys can find me on Superfly Kev. The same thing on YouTube. I basically post a lot of horror games. I do first person shooters there. I do a whole bunch of games, retro stuff at times, if you're into that, or modern stuff, whatever. I play games from all eras. And yeah, I'm gonna be basically streaming on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find me on Twitch right now doing live streams. I might do a few more streams on YouTube. I might actually do Coded Arms on YouTube, just so I can say goodbye to the platform. I might do 2 more streams, and then just so I can advertise my Twitch and be like, yo, go on my Twitch. And the other thing is this little QR code over here. If you're watching it, I know I mentioned this a couple times, but that's the Discord. If you want to know what I'm doing up to date, go to my Discord, and as well you can suggest games to me there, and you can hang out and you can shoot the shit with me.
It's a Rickroll. Don't trust it.
Yeah, it's a Rickroll to my Discord. My whole Discord is a Rickroll. It's a server with 1 channel, and it's called Rick's channel. Yeah. But anyway.
Yes. Your Rick's channel?
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
catch me on YouTube at Drebin692. Just search Drebin692.
Yeah, he posted this link tree on the chat. You guys can see
that
it.
out as
Yeah,
well.
on the screen. So
Don't do the Utron because I'm trying to get that deleted. So don't worry about that. I'm gonna fix the link tree on that soon enough. Remove
Let's
that.
get ready to rumble.
yeah,
I am on Rumble.
I am ready to rumble.
I'm on Rumble. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. All that.
Yeah, because I
Go
think
on the link
I
tree.
think I'm gonna get rid of my Utreon because I hate, like I said, it doesn't want to upload. It doesn't want to release certain videos of mine for whatever. It doesn't give you a reason. It won't do it. Even though you put it, even though it tells me that it's live, but I get no views, and that's why I was asking you. I'm like, can you see these videos? Because because I was like, I doubt that people are so interested in Treasures of the Deep that when they see Wolfenstein: A New Order, like, nah. I'm like, no, there's no way. Like,
Right.
I would think the opposite, that the New Order will be like one where people be like, yo, man, it's a good game. I want to see someone play it blind, instead of being like an obscure PS1 game from fucking 98. Like, who the fuck's gonna care? A game that no one knows. But yeah, because when I was doing that on my channel, only one person was commenting and actually watching it, and it was a guy that he just loved this game, and he was like, oh man, finally a fucking blind playthrough. It's awesome that someone's playing this game after like all these years. Because there's not a lot of playthroughs, or at least blind ones on. Well, it wasn't a blind playthrough, it was blindish, because it was one of those games where I beat like the first 3 levels, but by the time I got to level 4, the game was impossible for me as a kid. And I didn't have access to save states and shit.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't play it. I cut out the parts where I save stated it and stuff like that, so like that I can keep the pace of the video. But yeah, I that game is one of those games where it gets super bullshit that you need to save scum, because the game is just gonna schwack you every 2 seconds. But anyway, I know it wasn't designed to be played like that, but we have modern quality of life convenience, and fuck playing. There's a lot of games where I say fuck playing them like it was 1998. Play how it is now. We have the technology and the means to do it, so why don't you use it? Of course, there's purists out there, but anyway. But yeah, there's this link tree. Follow him on Rumble. Don't follow him on Unitron, because he's gonna delete that. I'm probably gonna delete mine soon, because I hate that platform. It just sucks. It's hard to navigate. There's hardly any support. And the one thing I hate is that they tell you to join a Discord, and when you ask for help on the Discord, the people who are the moderators on the Discord, they're like, I'm not a developer, bro. I just volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, the people on the Discord, they don't know what's going on. When you ask for help, they're like, oh, I don't know, email them. That's literally what they told you. I asked them a question, and if they don't know the question, which they don't know a lot of questions, the only thing they can answer is what's on the FAQ. If you ask something that's out of the FAQ, they tell you contact support. I don't know. And I'm like, then what's the point of asking you if it's on the FAQ?
Right.
I can just read the FAQ. But I understand that some people don't read the FAQ and they ask the question anyways. But yeah. And then Spectre, do you want to plug, or you just don't care? Okay, I got that response. All right. I just heard a tapping sound, and I'm like, all right, cool. That's the response we're getting. Huh? I guess you guys are having internet issues, so we're gonna end the stream.
That's right, boy.
All right, so Spectre1st, he has a channel. He uploads official soundtracks of games that may or may not have soundtracks on YouTube for preservation purposes. So if you guys care about that, check that out. But anyways, goodbye, guys. See you later.
Later.
Have a nice day.
See you.
Bye.
Shut the fuck up.